Taking a chance to learn what's in my head and reel out the thoughts that fill me with dread. You die for me when I won't even cry for you. Oh, please, Lord, tell me what must I do? Taking out a page each day from the letter you wrote to me. A book of lies that I despise, but with your animosity. Take me back to a time we met on that bank holiday. We made it right from the first night till you threw it all away. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Would I see that you care when I'm in need of you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore. Confusion is a gift that forever falls my own way. I'll never be so proud of that man I am today. Take me back to a time of our once happy days. Still you seem to forever haunt me with your condescending ways. Now it's time to do things right and get you out of my head and reel out the thoughts that fill me with dread. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Or would I see that you care when I'm in need of you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore. And the pain you caused fell from afar, and the message that you portrayed it caused me too much sorrow and pain, but I won't fall for that anymore. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Would I see that you care when I'm needing you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore.
Yes, yes, guys, welcome back to another stream, Briz. We've got the late night stream tonight. Martin will be joining me in a second. He just had to reset his router. Hope you guys are all doing well. Make sure you guys are smashed up the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well. If you're new tonight, we're going to be just chatting random stuff, Bray. And I can confirm, guys, LB has signed a new contract. Loan deal confirmed. Bombazzo. It's a Bombazzo signing. It's a here we go. LB has transferred from Doubters and Negativitinos FC to Happy Clappy FC. It is only a short-term deal. It's a one-game loan deal. But there is an option to make the deal permanent this Saturday, depending on the result. If City win, LB confirmed Happy Clapper permanent deal. City lose, loan deal over. We go back. We go back to doubters. We go back to doubters, man. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well anyway. Make sure you guys smash up the likes. What are the clauses? The clauses are there's no clauses, bro. There's no. It's just a straight up deal, straight up loan deal, straight up one game loan deal. That's it. No clauses. I ain't messing around, bro. I ain't messing around today. Anyway, let's do some shout outs and then we'll bring Martin in. Let's see what you guys are saying. Big up to Nathan. Big up to Sam. Who else we got in here? Got some yeses in the chat, guys. Makes it easier for me to shout you guys out. Big up to Foggy. Big up to Carolina Blue, New York Sky Blue, Nathan, Naxis here, Marshy Boy, Shoe Rav, Sub Hottie. Big up to Brand Holt, Finish Your Story, Lewis, Dash, Toxin, J Claus, Erling Haaland's in the building. Big up, bro. Big up Heen Stubbery. Big up to it makes it a lot easier. You guys put yes. Big up Lee, Sarhang, Alini. Bro, this is fucking well hard to do tonight. Macman, you guys are just like having all your own conversations in the chat, which makes it difficult. Big up to Karl, Lazuli, Nabil, Nariman, Danny, Jack, J Claus. Do we have to pay to watch together? Oh, the documentary. Yeah, I think so, bro. I think you've got to pay the £4.99. I have it anyway. I just got it on direct debit. Like, it just comes out every month, man. But yeah, you got to pay, mate. I've not watched it yet. I think I might watch it tomorrow. I might watch it tomorrow when I'm in the gym doing cardio on it. You know what I mean? Get it on there. But yeah, I don't know, man. Apparently it's meant to be decent. It came out tonight, didn't it? 6 p.m. So it's meant to be decent. I said to my mates today, yeah, I said, you know what it is for me? I'm glad they've done it as like a movie this time because I can't lie, yeah, I didn't want to watch another like 8 episodes. Couldn't be asked watching another 8 episodes. So I'm actually kind of glad that they've done it as like a film style. Big up, bro. What are you saying?
Evening. All right.
Right. Have you watched the documentary?
No, seen bits. Not seen it all.
Watched it yet. I was just saying, I'm glad that they've done it as like a movie, man, because I don't think I could be asked watching another like 8 episodes. You know what I mean? Like, it's long, innit? 8 episodes. Because the problem is as well, you're watching 8 episodes, and if they're showing you anything to do with the game, then you've already seen it anyway. So like, you're just watching something you've already seen. So it's only like little. So I'm glad when I didn't know it was a movie. I found out today that it was like a movie. I was like, buzzing, it's a movie, man. I didn't want to watch another 8 episode thing. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good for that. But yeah. What you saying? Any news for us?
No, just what I told you earlier, quietly.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing a hue and going bombazzo with it.
Go on, bombazzo it.
We're reportedly there is a meeting planned with someone's agent in the next few weeks.
Whose agent?
Well, you got finger on the button. Finger on the button.
Say the name, say the name. We want to hear it. Who is it? Say the name, say the name.
Laurie inverts.
Whoa, what?
And yeah, and you was going to go, oh, yeah.
Shock. No way.
Shock horror. City going to spend money. Shock horror.
Money, mate.
Shock horror.
Yeah. So what are you hearing on that? What's the latest?
No, just this is why, you know. Well, I wanted to have a chat with you and your public this evening because I think people have got this. Sorry, I've not loaded my PC for like nearly 2 weeks. So you know when you don't load your PC for 2 weeks, and it comes up with about 15 warnings and updates and everything that it wants to do. It's like, you had me asleep for 2 weeks. What you doing? Yeah, so it's just playing around. No, listen, City aren't stupid. City aren't bloody stupid. I told you Pep was going to stay in. I was always confident on it. I was on your stream 2 months ago and I went like that to you all. Pep ain't going nowhere. Do you know who we are? We're Manchester City. So we've lost 4 games. So frigging what? You know what? You poke the bear, you get your hand bitten off. You poke the bear, you get your hand bitten off.
Probably die, to be honest.
Well, guess what? The rest of the league is about to die. They're gonna get their hand bitten off.
Yeah. No. Listen, I've said it for time, man, and I've always said like these last two transfer windows, like not been particularly great. Like I didn't think this transfer window was horrendous.
Explained it. There was a lot of issues after the treble.
Yeah. No. But the point I'm making is, I've said, and some City fans have like disagreed with this, yeah. But like I've said for some time, City will know that they've not done very good in the transfer windows, and then people go, no, they think like you're attacking them. It's like, no, when you're an elite organization, you reflect on what you've done, and like they will reflect on their last two transfer windows and realize that it's not been particularly great. You know what I mean? And if some City fans just want to live in denial and think that that's not what happens, and they just sit there around the table going, "Oh, everything's great." They don't do that. When you work for an organisation like that, you reflect on everything and you always look where you can improve. And for me, seeing Tiki's comments, obviously, I'm not seeing it obviously because I've not seen the documentary, but seeing City Extra posted the text of what he's saying, seeing him sort of reflect on the windows and accept. And listen, I think he was obviously clearly put in a difficult position, but accept that, yeah, the window hasn't been great. This is why I'm thinking, I think Tiki, yeah, this is his last two transfer windows. Because let's be honest, yeah, it's looking heavily likely that it's going to be Tiki's transfer window in the summer as well. Viana might have a bit of a say, but I think Tiki's going to lead the negotiations and lead the player acquisitions. So you think Tiki's going to want to just leave on like a dead summer transfer window? He's going to want to go out there and sign some ballers, mate. So then, like, in 2-3 years' time, he's like, yeah, I signed that guy. He ain't going to want to go out, especially given the fact he's just accepted that we've not particularly had great transfer windows. He's going to want to go out there. This is his last two transfer windows at Manchester City. Yeah, possibly his last ever sporting director job because he might retire. Is he going to want to go out there and sign no one? No, I think he's going to go big. And that's why I tweeted time ago and said, I think we're about to enter a bit of a Galactico era. Because I think they're going to spend, man. I do think they're going to spend.
I think they'll spend. Like I said, there will be players who have to go out. Amirin, you pretend well. I do think the McAtee one's going to be interesting come January. Whether he goes out on loan. I'm expecting Wilson Esperan to disappear in January, so that'll free up spaces. I do think we'll only get a midfielder, potentially a striker on loan. They're looking at this. I can't remember his name. Colo, whatever frigging name is. But it's a long deal. Whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the name I've got.
Colo Moani?
No, I'll give you the name now.
That's the only Colo I know, unless we're bringing Colo Torre back, which I doubt we are.
We'll call it Cheney.
No, it might not be Colo. Hang on. I've not got my glasses.
I was going to say, I've not seen us being linked with him.
Where's it gone?
I mean, I'll take Colo Moani as a backup striker, but I don't think
Colo Moani, yes. No, it is Colo Moani, yeah.
Bro, didn't they sign him for like 100 mil? Let me check how much he went for. I swear down he went for like 100 mil like 2 years ago.
Like I said, it's what we're looking at. I always said there's a big difference between having a look and somebody making a move.
He went for 95 million euros in 2023.
Yeah, well, Douglas Luiz went for how much in the summertime, and now he's pissed off and wants out.
No, I'm not saying like it's. I'm just saying like it would be pretty mad if they loaned. I know that obviously we'd have to pay a loan fee, right? And you know they might pay 10 mil loan fee. Like the teams have paid more than that, but for them to loan him out, what, like a year and a half after signing for 95 million quid. I mean, I'm looking at his game time.
Sounds like a Lukaku situation all over again. Yeah,
no, it does. I'm looking at his game time this year, Colo Moani, and he's only started 2 games. He might have started 3, 2 games in the league. So yeah, he's clearly not in favour. So yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. You know, I've not really heard about that. Normally, like if that was a Premier League player, that'd be all over Twitter. That wouldn't it? Like this guy's a flop. He's not doing it. But I've not heard anything about that. 95 million quid don't even start. That's kind of mad. Yeah, so all right, okay, yeah. No, that's interesting, man. Like, listen, for me, like, obviously, you know, for me, in January, I want to sign a DM and I want to sign a backup striker. That's it. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. You know what I mean? I think for me personally, if Walker, if you could get rid of Walker and get a new right back in, I probably would do it. But I'm not stressed on that. I'll wait for the summer for that, and then in the summer, then I'd move on a couple of others. But yeah, now I think Tiki's going to move big now. You know, I think he is. It's his last game, and it's his last. Well, you're not going to go out there and not sign anyone. It's his last time. You know, he'll sack off all the rules. You know, you said as well a couple of months ago, Martin, or maybe like a couple of weeks ago that. You know, Tiki's been told that like he's got cash.
Yeah, it's thing of City are not stupid. What did people think? City were going to lose 4 in a row and just roll over and play dead and go away quietly? So we've lost 4 in a row. Wow, I get it. That's your cup final. No offense, Arsenal fans and United fans, but if your lack of success means you've got to sit and celebrate City losing 4 games in a row, shame on your football club then. Because you've become everything we were 20 years ago then. That's, you know, because I'll tell you what, 24 hours ago, maybe a bit more, they were all celebrating, Pep's going, City are finished. What are you saying now? You're saying now. You say nothing.
You ain't saying nothing, Brev.
You shut your mouth. And I'll tell you what, on Saturday, you know, massive display ready for Rodri to come out to. Ballad winner, Pep's new contract. Good luck, Tottenham. Good luck, Tottenham, with that. Because you're getting your ass spanked.
Yeah. Nah, listen.
I'm saying it now. We are coming out like a wounded animal. To me, that news yesterday was like the 115 kick up the arse we needed in that treble season.
Bro, I'm not being funny, right? But you got Rodri turning up at the stadium with his Ballon d'Or, right? Kevin De Bruyne will probably start. Not guaranteed, but probably, right? He'll definitely come off the bench, right? If he doesn't start. And Pep Guardiola's just signed a new contract. I'm not being funny. If this team can't get up for the game on Saturday, and by the way, this is kind of like a must-win game for us as well. Like,
if the fans can't get up for it,
well, everyone needs to be up for it, but the players more because they're the ones that are playing. Like,
no, we all need to be up for it on Saturday.
No,
we all need to be together.
I get that, but the fans can't win the match. Yeah, the players have to do it. I agree with what you're saying. I'm saying that the players have to.
You're not listening to Liverpool fans. Apparently, they win every game at Anfield.
No, I'm just saying like the players need to get up for this, man. And listen, I mean, we can get up for it and all that. Like we still have issues in the midfield, but you just have to find a way. You know what I mean? You have to find a way to just get the win. And you know, Spurs can be difficult. You know, they can be difficult teams to play against. They'll transition through the middle quickly and. In terms of like our vulnerabilities, it's not a particularly great team to play really at this moment in time, but we just have to do what we've got to do. And like I say, the players have just got to go out there and get the job done. I want to just come back to this this Tiki thing. I want to show people that have not seen. I know not everyone is on Twitter these days. This is what he said, guys. So this is very interesting. Tiki said this. He said the summer transfer window of 2023 was a bit awful, at least for me. After winning the treble, everyone was confused. The protagonists from those trophies were thinking that they should get more on new contracts and take opportunities. The ones that didn't play in finals were pissed off and trying to get out. I love this. I love this. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. You know, I want to see like when we do something wrong, just fucking accept it, own it, and then move on. You know what I mean? Don't try and cover it up. I love this from Tiki. I love it because now we can just accept it. We all know that it wasn't great. Yeah, we can accept it wasn't, and now we can move on. We can move on. We don't have to speak about it now because we all know it, and he's accepted it. This is how you run a football club, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you run a football club. Accountability, not sort of blaming other people. Yeah, not blaming other football clubs or other clubs cheating or referees or getting unlucky in the market. Yeah, and all those things can be a factor, but ultimately it's about self-reflection. And I said it at the start of the stream, yeah, when you work for a company like this, yeah, which is obviously a global brand now, £1 billion company, if not more, it probably is more, you have to always look inwards. And this for me is just goated. I'm looking, this is why he's the GOAT. He's the greatest sporting director that potentially has ever been. And I love this, man. I kind of wish that he would have come out and said this a little bit earlier publicly, because then we could have just moved on sooner. So, yeah, now let's see what happens. like in the January window. And for me, I believe that in the next 2 transfer windows, January and the summer, I reckon we're going to go. I reckon we're going to go big. I really, really do. I think the club know that we're at a pivotal point with this squad, with this rebuild. And listen, I'm saying that they need to spend. Let me clear something up as well, because obviously I say this, Martin always often jokes. I'm saying the club needs to spend £350 because the players that I'm looking at are all high value. Yeah, they're all high value players. But I'm not a football scout, so my scouting ability. And when someone says, "LB, what midfield do you think we should go for?" Of course, I'm going to say Zubimendi. Why? Because I don't watch fucking League 2 French. I don't watch South American football. So if you can go and get me a Zubimendi from South America for 15 million, by all means, go and do it. I'm not saying you have to go and spend 50, 60 million quid. I'm not saying you have to go and get Wirtz or you have to go and get Musiala. If you can go and find me a player that's just as good, yeah, for half the price, by all means, go and do it. But I don't know who these are because I don't watch Ukrainian football league. You get me? So I think that some people who watch the streams and that need to also understand that, like, when people are giving their views on transfers and that, they're giving it from a limited knowledge because we don't watch all the games. I can't say to you, City should sign Sudakov. No rational person is going to sit here and say City should sign Sudakov over Wirtz. Unless they watch Ukrainian Football League on the reg. How many people out of this chat watch Ukrainian Football League on the reg? No one. No one unless you're Ukrainian. So for me, yeah, I think we're going to go big. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll get like the Sudakovs at 25, 30 mil. But let's see, man. But I'm excited. I'm well excited. What?
You think you're getting Sudakov for 25, 30 mil?
I have no idea.
Have a look at his release clause, LB.
I literally have zero idea. I watched him once.
His release clause is 150 million euros.
I watched him once. I watched him once, bro, against Arsenal, and he wasn't very good. But that is one game.
Do you know what it is? Listen, I understand from a fan's point of view, we all want the names. Of course we do. Of course we do. But what I'm saying is, from the club's point of view, clubs don't just, of course they're looking at the names, but they have scouts that go all around the bloody world. You've just said it bang on, LB. You know, they're doing our job for us. They're not bringing in Bill from the Dog and Duck because they haven't watched him.
Yeah.
They watched him. They know what he's about. But I think where people get about sort of me is sadly, whether we like this or not, there are rules we have to follow. There is a rule in the Premier League that you have to have up to 8 homegrown players. There's nothing you can do about that. That's the rule that is there for now. So if you want to get rid of a Jack, get rid of a Stones, get rid of an Ake, get rid of a McAtee, get rid of a whoever, you are going to have to bring some English players in. Because that's the rule. Sorry, that's the rule that's there. There's nothing you can do about that. I don't know how Haaland doesn't count as homegrown because he's bloody born in Leeds.
Yeah, but you got.
Yeah, I know it goes off how long you've been trained and all.
Yeah,
that's why I think the rule's a load of bullshit because homegrown is meant. The rule was put in to help international teams. It was to make sure England, Wales, Ireland, etc., have somebody to come in. You know, they've got find a Phil Foden, find a Saka, find someone out of the academy, find, a Musiala for Germany, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing was, it doesn't help clubs per se. Because it's forcing them to use their academy. But the trouble is, your academy players have to be of standard.
And the problem you've also got, the other problem you've got with the academy, the other problem you've got with the academy now is when your academy gets so good, the players that you produce don't want to just sit around on the bench. I.e., Cole Palmer. He's like, bro, Cole Palmer knew, that he was too good, and he was like, I ain't sitting around waiting for Pep to fucking play me. I'm leaving, and then all of a sudden you've got a problem where you're like, oh shit, what do we do? I mean, do we do it? But then who are you dropping? Like, are you really going to drop Bernardo Silva now? Obviously, we probably should have, to be honest with you, if you've been ruthless about it. Cole Palmer is a better right winger than Bernardo, but you're not. it's difficult to do that, isn't it? You know what I mean? So when you produce this talent, you've got to be brave and throw them in.
Yep. No, I agree.
What are you saying, Pat? I'll bring you in. Sorry, man.
No, you're right, mate. Thanks for having me on, by the way. Yeah, all good. Yeah, look, if we're still talking about, you know, what's coming up over the next 2 transfer windows, then yeah, I think I'd have to say you certainly feel like the last few transfer windows we have sort of sat on our hands a little bit in a way. And then when we have decided to spend a little bit, there has been a little bit of controversy about it. You know, obviously Gundogan leaving, and then you've got players like Nunes come in and things like that. And it did cause a few question marks. But I think at the moment we're on the verge of, you know, now that Pep's obviously extended for 1, possibly 2 more years, we're on the verge right now of hopefully getting rid of this tag that Martin had put about the whole sleepwalking into, you know, an age squad and that. And, you know, I do feel like we're not too far away from possibly having another, you know, bringing in another, what you say, fleet of potential 10-year players coming into the club as well. You know, you look at January and summer windows, we're looking at the possibility of, you know, spending in excess of like what we did in leading up to the Centurion season, when we had basically, you know, a whole batch of, you know, just 7 to 10 year players come in and you know, do so much for the club as well. So it remains to be seen just exactly what sort of quote unquote war chest City are going to be bringing in. But you get this sense that, you know, what Cheeky has just said there with those quotes, that, you know, maybe we are looking at some sort of nice little parting gift from him come the start of next season. So yeah, there's a lot of optimism about what he's going to do, but it's amazing how quickly things change now over international break. So, you know, there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more optimism amongst fans right now about, you know, the weeks coming up, but on that too, the months ahead. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, the thing is as well. Yeah, I said this the other night, right? I said this is like the perfect time for City to announce a contract extension for Pep, mate. Like, we're literally like struggling, and you know what the thing is about it. Yeah, is like when we speak about our problems, right? So part of the problem that we have is that there's not really an obvious fix. Do you know what I mean? Because the midfield is just the midfield, and like there's not really much they can do, the midfield, because they're all like old and slow. Like, it's not their fault they can't it's not Kovacic's fault he can't run back like prime Fernandinho. Like we have to just get to January, and that's kind of what I said. So that's a little bit interesting. I want to come to this homegrown thing, right? I want to settle this once and for all, right, and see exactly where we're at. So this is the official Premier League website, right? So the official homegrown rule is that each squad contains no more than 17 players who do not fulfill the homegrown player criteria. The rest of the squad, up to a maximum of 25, must be homegrown. So there's no actual criteria.
No.
There's no actual criteria to say you must have 8 homegrown players. The rule is you can't have more than 17 non-homegrown players. Your maximum of 25 players, if you want to have 25, then obviously the others have to be homegrown if you've got 17. So let's go to City's squad, yeah, and see where we're at here, because I want to nail this down now, man, because I don't know where we're at with this.
So I've got them all in front of me.
No, I've got it on screen, man. I've got them on screen.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah, I just need to find City, man.
Are you gonna say their full names?
I'm not gonna say. Well, I don't know. Depends how hard they are to pronounce. Right, here we go. Right, so homegrown players. To be honest, instead of doing the homegrown, you're better off doing the non-homegrown, because that's actually the rule. So
no, it's not. It's probably best not doing it with some of the names that are in there, mate.
Right, okay. We're going to find middle names, which is going to be interesting. Right, okay. So, Akanji, 1. Yeah? Yep. Kevin De Bruyne, 2. Jamie Doku, 3. Ruben Diaz, 4. Ilkay Gundogan, 5. Josko Gvardiol, 6. Haaland, 7. Rodri, 8. Kovacic, 9. Bernardo Silva, 10. Nunes, 11. Ortega, 12. Ederson, 13. We're well within this, Martin. With this homegrown thing, we are well within. We've only got 13.
No. Yeah, I agree. I understand what you're saying. But you got to ditch some of them others out.
What others?
So who you pulling out? So you got 13.
13. Yeah.
Echeverry's was young enough, so he won't need to be included. thankfully, because he's only 18. Rico Lewis is still young enough, so he doesn't need to be included. So yes, you have got enough. It's the squad then, because
the squad of 25, but we've only got 21 in the squad.
How many have you got there? 1,
21.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So what happens if it's below 25? Does it go by percentages?
No.
Because
No,
25 men, because
No.
8 players in a 25-man squad is about 32%.
You have the option to have a 25-man squad, but out of the
Yeah.
25-man squad, you can't have more than 17 non-homegrown players. We have 13 non-homegrown players. We're chilling on this. So
No, I'm talking about when you get rid. I'm talking about people going out.
Okay, so you're saying if you sell some of the homegrown players, and
Yeah. No, because
okay.
when I listen, I'm not talking now. Right now, we're fine. I'm talking about when you start selling Grealish, Stones, or Stones. It's always Stones or Ake. Stones or Ake, Grealish, McAtee, Carson, because Carson isn't going to be able to go till he's like 50. You're going to have to go.
Carson
so
could just
4 to 5 gone.
Yeah.
4 to 5 are then gone. So you can then only have a max squad. Because, by the way, you can go with a squad of 17. You are correct. You can go with a squad of 17 if you want.
That's what the rule seems to suggest.
No, it can, but the trouble is, LB, you get any injuries, you are down.
No, yeah. Like, you're not going to actually do
no
that.
one's going to go with a squad of 17.
You're not actually going to do that. Well, here's the thing, Martin. Right? So let's just say we sold.
Is Ortega in there?
Ortega is in there, yeah.
Yep.
So you're missing plays on that squad. I'm sure you are.
This is the official Premier League website. Even if you sold Grealish, who's homegrown, yeah, Ake, who's homegrown, John Stones, that's homegrown, right, and McAtee, that's homegrown, yeah, and then you replaced all 4 of those homegrown players with non-homegrown players, you'd still be within the limit. According to this, unless I'm reading this wrong, that's literally what this says.
Yeah, because they haven't got Rico in it. They haven't got Oscar Bob added into it.
Yeah.
They haven't got who else?
Okay, yeah. So that's for the actual squad. Though.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah. So that's what I mean. I'm talking about the actual squad. They've not included some players. That's why.
So I think we're chilling, man.
No, you're chilling until you start selling. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, so you add Oscar Bob into the squad. That's 22.
Yep. Rico Lewis 23. No, so by the way, I know what people are saying now because she's saying he's only 21, but there's not, because Rico and Bob are going to be part of Pep's squad.
Yeah, so the actual squad might increase, but we're still we're still chilling, man. We're still chilling. Yeah, if you consider as well, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, LB, if you bring in, say Grealish goes out, Rodrigo comes in.
Yeah.
So that's Rodrigo added in, yeah?
Yeah.
You take out John Stones and you bring in a centre-back who's not homegrown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another foreigner in.
Yeah.
So, yes, you then got 17, but you then got to be careful what you're going to do with the rest, because then the rest you have to follow with your academies in.
Yeah. But that as well, remember, we've also got Wilson Esbrand included.
No, because he's likely to go in it.
No, but that then frees up a space, doesn't it?
Yeah, it will do. See, I don't think they are going to deregister Rodra. There was talk. I know a lot of fans think they're going to deregister Rodra. I don't think they will deregister Rodra in the January.
Not reckon.
No.
Yeah, probably not, to be fair.
Because think about it. I know as fans, we're all saying Rodri should not start till September, October.
Yeah.
In Rodri's head, he's aiming for back of the season Club World Cup.
Yeah, he is. He's already said that, innit?
So that's what I'm saying. I know what fans are wanting, but Rodri's thinking, nah, you see me this season at some point, even if it's just the last game, 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? So I know it's, I know what people are wanting. It's players, I don't think like that. I know it's really weird, and and I totally agree. For Rodri to even be thinking that is mad. But this is what Rodri's about.
It's probably just a goal for him.
Yeah, could be.
Because in his head, psychologically, he's probably thinking to himself, June, I can play in June, I can play in June, July, buzzing, I can play. That's psychologically a lot better than saying September.
Yeah.
So You know, City are probably saying to him, yeah, June, July, yeah, you'll be back in June, July. We'll see you at the Club World Cup, mate, in America. See ya. And then as soon as he gets to the Club World Cup, they're going to be like, no, no, mate, you ain't playing.
No, exactly. But here's the scary thing is he's walking without crutches right now.
Yeah, but I seen online Martin, that happens all the time with an ACL.
No, because I mean, people I've spoken to said it was very quick to get off the crutches. I suppose we've got to be careful there because
when was it? When did he actually have that?
We're not athletes. Athletes' bodies heal.
I'm a big athlete, mate. Yeah, you can speak for yourself, mate. Me and
when
Pat,
you leave me a voice note, panting away because you're in the gym.
Me and Pat, yeah, because I'm an athlete. Me and Pat are prime athletes, mate. We're prime. Maybe not Pat.
I don't know what you're.
Sorry, Albie, I can't back you on this one. You're on your own.
Right? Have you just compared yourself to Rodra?
I think I accidentally did. It is 11:15.
Oh dear. I mean, oh dear. No, different people recover in a different way. If you remember, we signed Gundogan on crutches.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, the first time we signed him, the guy had a broken back or whatever it was.
The guy came in with a fractured kneecap.
He was finished.
Was it Gundogan who got an ACL but carried on playing? I'm sure he got injured when he came to City, didn't he? He was already injured and then got fit and then got injured again.
He at the end of his Dortmund stay, he fractured his kneecap or something, and he was still going through the process of recovery. And then in Pep's first season, he then did something awful to his back.
Yeah, he did.
He had a terrible back injury because you remember that everybody was going crazy online because we all walked out in a Champions League game wearing Gundogan shirts backwards. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was something to do with his back. It was something to do with his back, but then I think the following season he may have had sort of little bit of issues with an ACL or something, but he still played. He still played a majority of.
Oh, he had a bad back because that United were going to sign him. If you remember,
yeah,
Ferguson wanted him. Was it Ferguson?
He had a ligament tear. No. It says it here. He says it here. Cruciate ligament tear. Because I remember the game.
Mourinho was there.
He also had a really bad back. He had something wrong with his back, as I remember.
Yeah, he probably did. Right, but because I remember that. I remember it, because he got an ACL and carried on playing.
Oh, you're talking about like when he was at Dortmund days with Klopp, man.
Yeah.
Way before he signed him. Yeah.
You remember? Because, by the way, people may not remember. I'm really sure me age. Sky Sports fucked up. Because Sky Sports in the evening, when they used to put that yellow breaking news ticker thing along the bottom,
scrolling marquee,
came up with United agree deal with Ilkay Gundogan for Borussia Dortmund, and we're like, oh yeah, and it was us who had agreed the deal, not United, and they were all telling everyone United had signed Ilkay Gundogan. It was mad. It was a mad situation, but they were like, he's not even fit. He's not even. No one thought he could even move. Because City signed him injured.
Yeah, no.
Because we used to do the medicals down at the place on the Parkway.
Yeah, that private hospital.
That Parkway Hospital, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Fabian Delph got a picture coming out of when he told everyone he wasn't signing for City. Yeah, he's like, doing a medical, you lying bastard.
That was back in the days when stuff got leaked so early.
Yeah.
I mean,
used to hide in the bushes to get a photo of someone coming out of a medical.
Yeah.
It's all right. Now we use Flight Tracker, don't we, LB?
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Flight Tracker and airport cams.
Or harass people on there. Someone's doing a nice flying YouTube stream. You get inundated with 2,000 City fans.
That's what I meant. Airport
cams. What you're doing and get on the Gundo plane.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Yeah, here's a question for you then about the transfers. Yeah. Do you see any shock movement from the Manchester City squad outwards?
Describe what you mean by shock.
Just
January.
January or summer. Are you expecting anyone to leave who you didn't really expect, or do you think it's sort of like the Walkers, the Kovacic's, the Gundogans, maybe the older guys, basically?
I'll be honest with you. I think Grealish leaves in the summer. But I don't think it's a shock.
I don't think he does.
Of course he does.
I'll tell you why I don't think he does. It's
I
don't know.
but I think he will.
I'll tell you why I don't think he does, bro. Because first of all, he's on 300 grand a week.
So what?
Who's going to pay that, man?
Tottenham, Villa. All you do is you offer him 150 grand a week, and City have to pay on the back end. Sorry, LB, City have to accept a loss at that point.
I know. Listen, I'm
saying accept the loss.
By the way, my view on this is if he carries on basically just not being available or just not being good for us now to the rest of the season, I would get rid of him. That's my current stance. But I just think it's going to be tricky to get rid of him. I agree, though, what you're saying.
I'm not saying Grealish because I do feel for him big time. I feel for him. And you know that, LB. You know, or you've heard reported what's going on. Feel for him. But there's now I can do about that. It's, see, people have misunderstood what I've said. I have no problem with someone saying Walker needs to leave, Grealish needs to leave. That's fine. That's just football. What I was upset with is there's a way of doing it. There's a way of doing it. We don't have to be dickheads out the door with them. Just say your time's come. Thanks for the memories. Good luck.
I always think thanks for the memories is such like a patronising.
No, I know it is, but calling him a see you next Tuesday and I
agree. That's also not very good. I always just feel that like saying thanks for the memories is just kind of just like that's not good.
I know it's a sarcastic, but I think there will be a few that will go in the summer.
The truth is, though, Martin, there's no easy way of saying it.
We've got to be ruthless.
You're basically saying like you're not good enough for us now. Sorry, you need to leave. And that there's just no way. There's no easy way of saying.
Well, LB, we'd been here before. Zabaleta left. Didn't mean we all thought Zabaleta was shit. He'd just come to a point where end game. Sorry, David Silva left. Great for me, the greatest ever guy to ever lace a pair of boots at Manchester City. And I know some will say KDB, some will say Colin Bell. That's a subjective part of you, but. He still went.
I say this guy.
Aguero still went.
I say Ake. The greatest footballer that's ever played for Manchester City.
I'd have to agree with you, LB. I just feel like he's...
What, you think Ake is the greatest footballer that's ever been at fair?
No, when you said that, I wanted to have a picture of Kevin De Bruyne, but the only one that I had was Ake. That's the only player I've got loaded into the system. Sorry, Pat, what are you saying?
No, it's all right, mate. I just think if we go back to when we signed him, I think one of the main talking points was how good his injury history or lack of injury history was. Now I feel like it's starting to catch up a little bit. I think someone. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just feel like it's just slowly starting to catch up to him now. And one thing's for certain, we can't doubt Nathan Ake because at the end of the day, I think he's been one of the most consistent players, not just for City over the last 5 years, but one of the most consistent players in his position. In all of the Premier League, and I think if any team were to get him, I think it's a huge upgrade for them as well. But again, just a little bit concerns about the injury history, just the way it's starting to creep up a little bit now. I don't know what he's. I don't know access to transfer market right now, but I'm sure his game time would be up there as some of the top minutes played for centre backs over the last few seasons. So. Look, I think he's been a great servant to the club, and if he were to leave, it'd be disappointing in that. But I tell you what, but just for a man who was just a regular at Bournemouth, just trying to keep them up for so many years, to then come and just raise his game in the way that he did, in Manchester City, and he falls in that category of Ruben Diaz as well too, where since he's come to City, all he's known has just been a league champion. So that's going to be something that's going to be something special to remember him by.
Yeah, facts. I'll tell you what I'll probably do. Now that we've sort of like established that the squad is like in terms of homegrown and that should be fine, yeah, unless we go on a madness. I'd be tempted now that I've understood the rule, I'd be tempted not to sell Ake or Stones and just to bring one more in. A young player. Now, whether that's Callum Doyle, whether that's Lekeba guy who we've been linked with, whether it's Diamonde, I don't know how old he is. I'd be tempted to just bring another player into the fold rather than selling. I don't think we need to unless we've interpreted that rule wrong. Which
I'm just having a look now. Just having a look at the actual players that we've got at the moment, and I'm just looking at the contracts. And I'm hoping these are up to date because unless you've got more up to date.
Are you on transfer marked?
No, Sportac.
I go on. Are you doing? Why are you doing this? Are you doing it for Are you doing it for wages?
No, I was doing it because I don't think Bernardo leaves this summer. When I look at Bernardo,
free, Martin.
Yeah, his contract ends in 2026.
I said this for time that he's going to leave on
I
a free.
think Bernardo leaves on a free in 2026.
I said this for time.
LB, I said it when he signed his last contract. I said this is his last one at City.
And not only that, I think Bernardo's final year will be, because in a way, what maybe, and some will say, you said it, what some will interpret we should have done with the Kevin De Bruyne is maybe you could do that with Bernardo. Others go out, so maybe a Nunez or whoever wants to leave. Yeah, because there will be players in the summer that will leave. That's just natural. That's just football.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always said is the problem is we've got to do is get a buyer. Because what people don't realise is it's like the contracts are very weird. So say Grealish is on 300 grand. Has Grealish got 2 years left, I believe?
Yeah.
2026, 2027.
2 years.
2 years. So say he goes this summer to Tottenham and Tottenham go 150 grand a week. Grealish is winning the legal rights to say, well, City have still got 300 grand a week in my contract. City will pay the additional 150 that he misses out on at Tottenham on the back end on the way out. So it was like what Otamendi did. Do you remember when we signed Ruben Diaz? And Otamendi had, I think, 2 years after his deal, I believe, something like that. The problem is we had was Diaz wasn't going to get the same wages at Benfica as what he was on at Manchester City. So Otamendi's like, no, you're going to give me the money you owe me. You want me to go? Well, pay me the money. But these are the things people don't see and you don't hear about. It's City's fault. They've given him the contract.
That's why these sort of deals are never considered a swap, because it's just way too much conflicts between the contracts.
Like Mendy now, like I mean, spot on with the Mendy. City stopped paying his wages. He's going, all right, see ya. Players can still, because it's a legal contract, isn't it, LB? Because you're going to get a lower wage somewhere else, and City have gone, we're selling you on now. It's not the player's fault.
Yeah. Danilo and Joe Cancelo was the same thing
just have to take the hit somewhere on Greeley. They're going to have to take the hit if they want him to go.
Yeah, if they want him to go, yeah, exactly.
And that's going to be
Danilo and Joe Cancelo was a similar one too.
Yeah, the same with Nunez. I don't think Nunez is going to get 150 grand a week where he goes next.
Probably not.
So he's going to have to take a little bit of a hit somewhere. The trouble is with Nunez, he's contracted until 2028.
Yeah.
He's got a 4-year deal. That's a lot of ka-ching on the back end you've got to pay out then.
Yeah. No, definitely.
And by the way, I'll tell you how hard it is to sell players. Why do you think we've only been able to sell to loan Calvin Phillips the last 2 windows? No one's willing to put the money up.
Yeah, no one wants him.
So that's all I've ever said is it's not as easy as just bring that player, and that player in, because you've got to have someone to go out the other end.
Yeah, and this is why you can't afford to make costly mistakes in the transfer window.
I agree.
And this is why I've said, Martin, this next midfielder that we get has to be the one. Because we've tried Phillips, we've tried Nunez, and neither of them can do the job that we're looking for in terms of that DM role, right? This next one has to be good. If it's not, that means pretty embarrassing, really, chat. Yeah, like I'm all game for like if they don't work, move them on. But you can't buy 3 players and none of them be capable of doing the job that you bought them for. And by the way, we've already spent basically call it 100 mil because you got 42 on Phillips, 50 odd for Nunez. You could spend 150 mil on three midfielders and none of them can do the job. This next midfielder has to be the one.
And City have also got to be careful because this is where PSR comes into play. City have got the money to go on a big spend, but they've got to be careful because it could plug them in for the next 3 years. Because City could go out this summer and go and bang 600 million. Trouble is, though, you've just put 600 million on your books for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Then you can't go spend next summer.
Martin, let's not forget too that last summer was a little bit different to previous summers because given our academy had a bit of a drop off, in Premier League 2. there certainly wasn't as much funds coming through for young players. Now that those players are starting to perform again, and we're up at the top of the under 23s, Premier League table and that too. It's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more clubs interested in those young players coming through as well too. So not only have we got the funds now, if you want to worry about PSR and all that, we're going to have even more funds coming in again, because that carousel of, or that factory of young players coming through and bringing in more funds before we've even sold any first team players onwards is going to come in as well. So that's going to help us even more when it comes to funding for these big players, or these potential 10-year replacements, for KDB, etc.
It was like it's like exactly. You've got to get them right. You've got to get them right. Because if you get the wrong one, it's like Newcastle. If all this PSR and everything was so easy to shift around, look at Newcastle. Newcastle have got players on the books in the Mike Ashley days. Can't get rid of them. You can't get Miguel Almiron out the door. Can't get him out.
Almiron.
And that's the other thing too. I don't know if I don't read the chat, but again, you can't rely on Saudi either. Because it's a player's choice.
Well, they're pulling things at the minute.
Yeah, I read that the Saudi league have been told that they need to focus on buying like younger players and developing them.
Yeah,
because they've got the Neymars, they've got the Ronaldos, got these players. They don't need more like big names. They need like more developing players, so it's sustainable.
What we've got to do, LB, is get our total next thing correct. Because if we're going to spend a lot of money, which I think we could, it has to be. And City are generally very good at this. Because if you look at the way City were very clever, they used to do what Ferguson used to do. Ferguson went on a massive spend sort of once every 5 years, like a big one, where he'd bring 4, 5, 6 in. And then every single year after that, he'd just pinch one. Yeah. But he'd take the top one out of his competitor.
Well, here, look at this. Look at this.
Right? I want to be very good at doing for about 5 years.
I want to show you the first rebuild that Pep Guardiola did. Basically, when he first come to the football club.
Yeah,
right?
You mean when Bakary Sagna and all them went?
Yeah. Right. So have a look at this chat.
Are you talking about Pep's first, the start of Pep's first season? Yeah.
I'm talking about like Pep's early days at Manchester City, right? If you look at it, right? So obviously that was Pellegrini. So this is Pep Guardiola, right? So look at these signings, and then we'll judge them if they're hits or not, and you'll see why we had so much success. John Stones hit, Sane hit. I'd argue Jesus was a hit. Plus we made money on him. Gundogan was a hit. Bravo was not a hit, but it only cost 18 mil. Sorry. Yeah. Nolito was not a hit, but he only cost
Euros, by the way.
That's Euros as well. So they were all hits, and the only two that weren't hits were the two cheapest ones.
Zinchenko was a hit.
Zinchenko was a hit. Go up to the next transfer window. By the way, that transfer window, we spent 216, right? The next transfer window, we spent.
And look who went out, by the way. Just show me who went out
that year. Yeah.
We didn't make a lot of money that year.
No, we didn't.
We made about 20 million.
And don't forget, Jesus came in the January as well.
Right, now then look at the next one, right? Laporte hit, Mendy, not a hit. Walker hit, Silva hit, Edison hit, Danilo, meh, but we got like a good deal with Cancelo. So again, out of that transfer window, we only had one that wasn't a hit, right? But the rest were. The season prior, we had all hits apart from 2, and they were cheap. We were getting our transfer business done, and we were doing it correctly, and our player scouting was legit. Yeah. Then we only signed Mahrez the year after. Hit.
That's what I'm saying. We went and did it, and we just went and got 1 or 2, like Rodri, Cancelo. Because Angelino wasn't really. It was Rodri, and then the year after, then we went and did Haaland.
But that's what I'm saying. This is why I said this. I said this a couple of weeks ago, right? And I'm standing by this statement. I believe the next two transfer windows, maybe 3, and 3, I don't mean next January. By 3, I mean this January, this summer, skip next January because we probably won't sign anyone, and then the summer. I believe those 3, call it 4 transfer windows then, to avoid complication.
3 of the next 4, yeah.
3 of the next 4. I believe those transfer windows will dictate possibly our next decade at Manchester City, because it's so important. We have to get these transfers right. If you do, and we're signing 23, 24, 25-year-olds, that will see us through the next decade. You get them wrong and you sign duds, you might find that the next couple of years could be tricky. Combine the fact that that's going to be probably without Pep Guardiola, and all of a sudden it's going to be tricky. These next transfer window with Tiki and then Viana, they are crucial to Manchester City's success for the next decade. We have to get it right.
No, but I'm going to say this. Do you think Pep Guardiola would have signed that contract if he hadn't been promised where he could do this?
I think Pep's been told that he's going to get cash to spend.
Pep's not stupid. He's not a stupid man.
Yeah, I think he's been told, listen, we are rebuilding and there's going to be cash available.
Yeah. I think Pep's been given the keys to the biggest rebuild he had since the start of the Centurion season.
I agree. I completely agree.
But this is the other thing that you also look at too is if you look at our history in transfer windows, and let's say the majority of them have always been the summer, we're not afraid to have a quiet transfer window. And I think that's in part because at the end of the day, usually it means that we've just come up winning a league. So we're the ones that are setting the precedent. We're the ones that are setting the yardstick for the rest of the competition to try and catch up to. But then also too, usually a quiet transfer window happens after we've either had a big transfer window when we've had a big bunch of signings come through, or we're preparing ourselves for another massive rebuild or a massive overhaul of the squad. And if you look at how quiet we have been, last summer with only Savinho and Gundogan coming in. I think in a way you could almost call the previous window a little bit quiet. I think that the only reason signings came through was because we had unexpected signings coming out after the treble season. But I think we're just slowly starting to prep ourselves for some big summer transfer windows. January I definitely think January is going to happen. I think we could see 2 players come in. I'm expecting one, but I could see 2 players coming in.
Agreed.
I just think we're building ourselves up for a huge summer transfer window, possibly 2 summer transfer windows. And I think just given the way things are with the squad at the moment, what's happening right now is January transfer window has forced our hand to bring the summer transfer window slightly further forward. But I think over these next 2 windows, it's going to be big.
January
just based off what we've done in previous windows.
A January and a summer window in the same season is still your financial year. So remember on that. Everyone looks at January as a very weird window because that was what did Newcastle in the end. Newcastle spent under $100 million in January. It screwed them for the summer over.
Yeah, but Martin, also if you're looking at this financial year, this fiscal year as well too, you can also have a look at our lack of business from this summer is a big factor as to why we can probably allow ourselves to bring next summer's spending forward 6 months in January. Yeah, so we've got that benefit. That is a benefit on it. That's on our side as well.
City are very. The thing is with City, we don't tend to buy top shelf clubs. And I was talking about this last night in a space, is we don't actually go and buy from any top football club.
Wait a second. By top football club, you're talking Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Yeah, that isn't where
unless that player wants out. Yeah.
Well, when was the last time we did it?
No, but I mean, it would be in that manner. But I'm not saying
Gundogan in the summer we got Barcelona.
No, but but what I mean is, people always go. I hear this all the time. We've got to stop shopping at Aldi and get to Waitrose and all this and Harrods. City never go to Harrods shopping.
Yeah, but Martin, sometimes you can find a prime fillet steak in Aldi and it's banging, mate.
No, LB.
You always have to go to the butcher.
The point I'm making is City have never been to Harrods to shop.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, yeah. You'll never catch me getting meat dangled in my mouth like Arteta, yeah. Just say that on the steaks, yeah.
But by the way, I mean, I was just looking, did this last night. Go to our Champions League final lineup, yeah. Edison, signed from Benfica. Kanja, Dortmund, 14 mil. Diaz, Benfica. Ake, relegated Bournemouth. John Stones, struggling Everton. Rodri, Atletico Madrid. So you kind of, top decent level club there. Bernardo Silva, Monaco in the pomp, but it was only that Monaco team was like the Girona team at the time, you know, when it just all came together at the right time. De Bruyne, Wolfsburg. Gundogan, Dortmund. Grealish, Villa. Haaland, Dortmund. Walker, Tottenham.
Yeah, but Martin, there's one thing that's changed since then.
What?
football's fallen off?
Because of PSR.
Well, whatever reason, the football talent isn't as good as it was back then.
Yeah, Sane, Schalke.
You do not have a Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, obviously you've got your Wirtz at Bayer Leverkusen, but Bayer Leverkusen won the league last year. Wolfsburg didn't win the league that year, as far as I'm aware. You know, you got Sane, Schalke. Where's the Sane coming through now at another football club that's doing that at that age, at 19 years old?
Do you know the problem is? You know what the problem is you've got? It's like you were talking about Pedro Porro. Do you know where I think the Pedro Porro? I would love Porro. It's a problem. You've got to deal with Tottenham who won't pick the damn phone up to us.
Well, you're going to have to. I think if you get Porro, you're going to have to pay at least 65.
Tottenham hate us.
Yeah.
City don't have friends in the top echelons of the leagues. You think we're going to Arsenal getting sacked out of them? They'd rather sell him to frigging somewhere down the road. Yeah,
man, that's why I'm excited about Hugo Viana coming in, because I think I've said on a couple of your shows, LB. I said one thing I love about the Portuguese league is you just seem to have these new up and coming starlets come through every single year. You know, Benfica just sell off so many quality young players. Sporting have got young players coming through. You know, Porto have young players coming through as well too. You've got to have someone like Viana who knows that league from top to bottom. For all we know, we could the next big signing that could come in wouldn't be some £150 million marquee, you know, or a Florian. I'm just going to use an example like a Florian Wirtz by Leverkusen. It could be just some young up and coming midfielder from Braga or something like that who just, you know, is tipped or, you know, has the, you know, the stats on his side to say that this guy's going to become good. And next thing you know, we're all going to go absolutely crazy about this some young kid comes through and just absolutely just hits the ground running. And within 2 or 3 seasons of City, his value was over 150 million itself. So I feel like, I'm not saying Cheeky didn't have the expertise to be able to go out and scout those sort of diamonds in the rough, you might say, for lack of a better name. But I just feel like, you know, it's such a proving ground or a brooding ground of young up and coming talent there in Portugal. I think having someone like Viana means that we have every opportunity to go in and find these new up and coming talents, but at the same time, not break the bank and spend 9 figures, you know, on a new player.
No, exactly.
Every potential, every possibility that could happen.
No, that was the thing. So when people go and get Rodrigo from Madrid,
yeah,
it's not that easy because City don't deal with Madrid normally.
Yeah.
When City go knocking on a Madrid door, we tend to get the door shut in our face.
Exactly.
They don't want to speak to us.
Yeah.
It's not that easy. It's got to be in their favour as well. If you look at what City do, it's really weird. I don't know. I mean, it's weird because I've heard it so much. Wirtz is a very different thing because Wirtz is at Leverkusen. So Wirtz is like KDB at Wolfsburg. He's sort of not at that level, but he could go to that level if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But for me, you'd have to get Wirtz now when he's at Leverkusen. You let Wirtz go to Real Madrid, that's it. Game over. He's never coming to City then. It's too late at that point.
So it's just Bellingham all over again. It's Bellingham all over again. Yeah.
Yes, City are not.
You ain't going to touch him. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, by the way, Josko Gvardiol, RB Leipzig. Sterling was the last player we got out of Liverpool.
Yeah, but
that was 10 years ago.
You know, the only thing I'd say on something like a Rodrigo, let's just talk about Rodrigo for a second, right? If he wants to leave Real Madrid, and you know, there's not too much speculation, but there is the odd rumor flying around. The problem that he's got, right, and you can say Real Madrid don't want to deal with City. The problem that Rodrigo's got is there's only 1 or 2 clubs that he wants to join. Bayern Munich, maybe PSG, and City. So if Bayern Munich say, well, we don't need you because we've got X, Y, Z, and PSG are saying, yeah, we don't need you either. City are the only ones that are in for him. If they want to sell him and Rodrigo wants to go, they've got no choice. They're going to have to deal with us.
Yeah.
Funny you talk about Bayern actually, because I think we forget too that they're in a similar position to City as well too, because they've got quite a lot of players that are coming off the books over the next 2 seasons. I think Sane's contract's up. Kimmich's contract is up. I'm missing a couple of Koeman's up. I Alphonso Davies is up soon. I'm sure I'm missing one or two others. Goretzka's on the way out. They've got a lot of, everybody talks about, the core of Liverpool's players and their contracts are coming up soon. It's like Bayern's in a much more desperate, not desperate, lack of a better word, but they're in a tricky situation as much as Liverpool are with contracts too. So you wonder just how much they're holding back or what they're attempting to hold back. I know obviously they spent a lot of money on Harry Kane, but for me it just seems like they're so quiet at the moment with their current players and the future of their current players that you just don't know what exactly they've got planned as well too. Musiala looks like he's going to get his contract. The influence that Bayern has on German football, you wonder if, you got to think that they're probably going to be first knocking on the door of Leverkusen to try and get Wirtz through the door. So
it's like Haaland. What we managed to do with Haaland is, because what City are very good at, once you get here, we're very good at keeping them. We're very good at keeping them. So Haaland right now, baby on the way, wants to buy a brand new house in Manchester, agreed all the terms, very, very happy, going to sign a deal. Yeah. There was talk when we signed Haaland, he was only going to be here a year and then piss off to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But I heard that with David Silva, heard it with Sergio Aguero, heard it with Vinny Company. How many times have Vinny Company linked with Barcelona? 3,000? Jesus, there wasn't a day that went by I didn't see Vinny Company getting linked with Barcelona.
Yep.
He married a Manc. His children are Mancs. Did he look like he was off to Catalonia at any point? That's what we are very good at. We are probably the best in the business at keeping our top stars for the length of their careers, generally.
Well, you know what it is, Martin? I always feel like they stay longer than what we anticipate them to stay for.
Yeah.
They really do. They really do. I think
even Bernardo, who hates the place, has stayed, 8-9 years.
Mm.
And that's someone who can't, whose wife's publicly said, hate the damn place, get me out. So,
you ever see his wife's social media? She never ventures further north.
Pep Guardiola has committed 10 years at Manchester City Football Club. 10 years. Christ almighty. He didn't stay at Barcelona for more than 3. Bayern did 2. 10 years, could be 11 if he chooses the option. Do not underestimate how huge that is.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. For me, listen, I think for me personally, I think we're entering a very exciting period.
I think this year is going to be one hell of a year. Listen, I'm going to say it. I think we're fine with 115. Pep Guardiola ain't signing no contracts if we were off down to League One. Don't care what anyone says because there's no get out. There's no release clause. There is no, because by the way, we get put down to League One. Pep's coming with us unless he walks.
Does anyone here listen to the Sam Lee podcast?
Yeah. Let me talk.
Let me talk.
Yes.
I don't listen to it, right? But my mate
one he does with midweek with Dave Mooney from Blue Moon.
Yeah. And my mate listens to it, and he said, what did he say? He said he's been told by someone. So this is apparently, this is apparently what Sam Lee said on his podcast today. He's been told by someone who'd know that one of the points from the charges went very well and will not be sticking.
Yeah, Andy Goldstein's talked about it on TalkSport tonight.
Oh, what's he said?
Apparently he's turned around and said that he was listening to it going down earlier. Mentioned in the chat as well. He's heard City are fine.
What? I've not seen this. What did he say?
He was just talking about it and he just went, he's heard from people that City were fine.
Do you know what's made me fine with it over the last few
weeks?
How quiet the media has been about it. The silence is deafening. I know they move around to try and keep the media, at arm's length and things like that. But the way things get leaked these days about everything or anything, it's like if something was going bad, we would have heard about it for sure. You just know the way the media acts. And for me, it's been so bloody quiet that it just follows the phrase, the silence is deafening for me. And that's
Ask
what-
Alan. Alan don't know about TalkSport. He
Oh,
listens
here we
to
go.
TalkSport, Alan. Alan loves a bit of TalkSport.
Oh yeah, I've just seen it. They've done a video. I've heard a whisper. All right. I'll listen. I'll watch it later on. I'll do it now, but like sometimes they do the copyright strike.
You got to prep yourself for that 24-hour stream, LB.
Yeah. Listen, that's going to be an interesting one. That listen, for me, probably I'm saying I feel like we're more likely to get not guilty than guilty, but I still don't know in it.
We'll get the non-compliance again. It'll just be rinse and repeat of Cassie UEFA.
Would you sign a contract with your employer, LB, if they were going into administration?
Am I getting paid £20 million a year?
Oh, pig up, because you're not getting paid £20 million a year if you're going into administration.
Pep Guardiola's getting paid £20 million
You're
a
getting
year.
paid 2p on the pound if it goes into administration, mate.
He's getting paid £20 million a year. So yes, if I was Pep Guardiola, I would sign a contract with
The
City.
Lord Panic Stadium is a coming. Lord Panic statue, Lord Panic t-shirts, Lord Panic emojis. Lord Panic's getting Manchester City shirts.
That fan zone is just going to become a disco. No, that new fan zone in the North Stand is just going to become a disco. So they'll call it Panic at the Disco.
City Extra bomber. What's City Extra putting out now?
It's just about the Haaland contract news is really stepping up now as well, isn't it? To be honest with you,
I've told you, mate. I think that's how it done.
I think it's. I said as soon as Mbappe went to Real Madrid, done. It's over.
Do you think he's shopping for a house in Manchester, in Manchester, because he doesn't want to stay here?
I think the most likely thing for Haaland now, if he was to leave, would be to go to Barcelona, but that'd be in a couple of years. They'd need to sort the finances out and shit. So apparently people are saying they've got
BBC music, sunglasses on, beep beep. I was doing a sesh. I was doing a back sesh.
Yeah.
And it went beep beep. Should I answer it? Nah, should I not? What was that?
I've got it ready. I've got the Caldoon.
There we go.
Caldoon glasses. Yeah, should I?
But Caldoon wears shades and looks good. You look like you're going to a 1980s knockoff disco.
What do you mean? Chat, who does it better, me or
You're
Caldoon?
not Caldoon, mate.
Chat. We'll let the chat decide, innit? Chat, who does it better?
You're not even
Matt, I remember watching
mate.
your streams from Greece when you had your sunglasses on. You look like a retired PE teacher.
Hey, I resent that remark.
I don't know, man. I think you've been a bit harsh there, man. I think I can pull it
retired?
off. I think I can pull it off. I always wear shades. Oh,
You're not pulling anything off.
bloody
Pause.
hell. Yeah, no, I don't know about the one thing. Obviously, like, yeah, there's a couple. There are a couple rumors.
Don't fee.
Don't.
I know, yeah.
We know what you like. No.
Keep super chats.
Charlie FM coming in your ears.
Pause.
Dude, if I,
Sake, man.
sorry, man. On super chats, I need to read these out. Shit, I've not read them out.
Have you not yet?
Big up to FUA for says 7 in a row. 7 in a row.
Yeah, 2 more years of prep.
Can we
This
do
season
5?
plus 2 more.
Oh, bloody hell.
7 in a row.
Yeah, 7.
Big up FUA for big up to LB says please get Belaba Tiki. He's the Caicedo regen. Have any of you guys seen a lot of not just 45 minutes against City the other day? Like, have either of you guys seen Belaba on a reel? I can't say I have.
It's like, do you know what I don't want to do though? I don't want to do this. I said this last night. I don't want to do this game of if we're going to buy a midfielder in January, buy the correct one. Don't just do because I mean, like we talked about. You're going to go for a Zubimendi, go for a Zubimendi level alternative then. So an Edison, someone in that ballpark. Don't give me Richie because what we're doing is you're grabbing a name, you're grabbing a body just to get a body. And I'm not saying Richie will not be a very good player, but Richie's because by the way, Richie's not Zubimendi level. Richie's not Edison's level.
Well, Richie's a completely different style of player to Zubimendi.
That's what I'm saying. Richie's a player that will take time to come in. Because what I think we've got to be careful as a fan base here. If it's Zubimendi or it's Edison or whoever it is, there is no guarantees they come in and immediately fix any problems. Because remember, it took Rodri 12 months to get anywhere near any kind of a level at Manchester City. And what I don't want to do is put this player under so much pressure and scrutiny that 4 games in, he's like, hang on a minute, we're not winning. Why? Because Zubimendi was that guy. It don't work that way. I wish it was.
Whoever we get, whether it's Zubimendi, whether it's Richie, whether it's Alvarez, they might be shit.
Yeah. I just don't want to do this, hey, presto, we're there, if you know what I mean.
So question for you both. Of those 3, Zubimendi, Edison, and Richie, who would you say, just from what you've seen, would be the most likely not to hit the ground running? Who do you think would be able to pick up playing under Pep quickest?
Zubimendi.
I think
Zubimendi. Okay.
The problem is, it's getting the guy out of frigging Spain.
Yep. The thing is, though,
wouldn't Edison be a good shout? You know, playing under Gasparini, because he does play a similar high press sort of.
He is.
He does play a similar.
Zubimendi's not an 8. Zubimendi is a straight 6.
No, I know that, but I mean, like with I'm talking about the style of play that they play under, because Ederson has played, you know, quite a few years at Atalanta under Gasparini.
Oh, then I'd probably say Edison.
That's what I'm saying, because I think transitioning from Gasparini ball to Pep ball, I think would be a smoother transition than it might be for maybe under Zubimendi. I think Zubimendi would do the better job as a number 6, but overall as a player, I think Edison might actually play better under Pep.
Yeah, and I'm not saying.
What I mean, it's both sides. Whether you're pro Zubimendi or pro Ederson, they both have good points. But it's I wonder. I think Zubimendi would be the better player. But I think Edison would be better in the system.
But there is this belief, Pat, that whoever we sign in January is going to come in and become Rodri.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to tell everyone now, there is a reason there is only one Rodri.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So, yes, I totally understand LB, and you've got to get it right. 1,000% you've got to get it right. But there are no guarantees it will be right. And I'm not trying to play the negative card. I'm just trying to say I don't want to do this.
Well, bro, it's
the magic wand and bang.
Martin, that's the same with any transfer you make.
Exactly.
We could have got Haaland, and Haaland could have turned out to be crap. Like, that's just the facts with a transfer.
No, disagree with that. I think Richie would be given more time. Because I think people would look at Richie and go, young lad from the Italian league, hasn't had any European experience. I actually think you can give him a year. With Zubimendi, there will be some LB that will expect instant bang.
Well, yeah, but that's
he's the second choice of the national team after Rodri. You take Rodri out, he's straight in.
Absolute fact.
So by rule, every fan's going to think the same thing. Well, if Rodri's not playing, then Zubimendi can do.
It's like the striker. We bring in,
role,
Colo, Muani, or whatever his name is, or bringing Kyago. You know where they are in the pecking order.
Yep.
Now, Hugh yesterday was talking about Gyökeres. Now, I don't know if that's true. Not heard it, but I don't dispute what anyone says. But you're gonna have to change things around if you're gonna play that game. You're either gonna have to go to 2 strikers, or you're gonna have to move Gyökeres to the left wing. Because you can't get Haaland sign an extension and then go, well, Gyökeres is your backup. That's like having a £20 million bloody mansion. And your backup house is a £10 million mansion.
Let's not start on billionaires.
It's still a mansion. No, you know what I mean? So it's either we're going to change it and we go to 2 forwards, or Gyökeres becomes a left winger.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting Gyökeres, bro.
Because that's 60, 70 million-ish.
I just don't see any player who's that level is going to join City and just be like, yeah, I'm sitting on a bench. And people will say, yeah, but you're going to win stuff at City. Bro, these players want to leave. These players want to win. They want to play. Jesus wanted to play. Sterling wanted to play. Zinchenko wanted to play. All these Mahrez wanted to play. All these players left because they weren't playing. And sometimes people think, yeah, but for a striker,
Arsenal need a top striker.
It'd be amazing.
We go and get him as our backup.
But we ain't going to get someone like that. That's the problem. Yeah, and we have, unfortunately, this problem in 2 positions. When you have truly world-class players, I'm not talking about oh yeah, this guy's world class when he's clearly not. I'm talking about legitimate world class players, Haaland and Rodri. Whoever you buy as a backup knows they're never going to play. That unfortunately, you might not like to hear it, limits the player that you can get because you.
That's why we felt lucky with David Silva, because David Silva, you had KDB and you had Foden coming through, so you didn't feel that transition as hard.
Mm-hmm.
With KDB, it has to be that level if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Or you go and get a Sudikov, you go and get a Bayana, or you go and get whoever they want to get, and you know they need to be given the time.
Mm.
But by the way, Florian Wirtz will still need the time, because look at his stats this season. This is why I don't do GA. GA is a very misleading figure, because Florian Wirtz only has 2 assists this season. Phil Foden, who everyone says has had a shit season that I totally disagree with, has more assists than Florian Wirtz. Do you know the problem with Phil Foden? Because I'm with Nobbins on this. Phil Foden is not having a bad season. He's having bad moments in games. Because what we've all done now is we need Foden at PFA Foden. There's a reason he got the PFAs, because he went above and beyond what he normally does.
Mm-hmm.
The reason Rodri never get the PFA, because Rodri's always there. Rodri's always a 9 or a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Foden went above and beyond. I totally disagree with the Foden's been bad. Because if Foden had actually, all right, go back to the Brighton game. Foden could have had 2 assists if Haaland could have finished. Go back to the Southampton game. Foden could have had 2 or 3 assists.
Well, yeah, that's
Haaland finished.
Yeah,
it's not Foden's fault. Haaland can't put the ball in the frigging net.
Problem. I mean, not just Haaland, mate. Some of the other players in the team, man, they really need to get the shooting boots on, man. Some of these players, fucking 5 yards out, blazing it over the bar. Is that what the fuck are you doing?
LB, if KDB didn't spend years putting through balls through to Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling, they missed all the time, he'd probably be up there with Ryan Giggs for most Premier League assists.
No, you're right. You're actually right.
I don't know what
to forget about that either.
You're not on Twitter, are you, Pat?
Nope.
Every now and again, every now and again, right? Someone will upload a compilation of Kevin De Bruyne on all the balls he's put in the box where our bozo players put the ball wide, and you should see it's about a 5-minute long compilation. Yeah, you should see some
5 minutes, and they're all about 10 seconds each.
It's more Sterling and Jesus. You should see some of the chances. Some of them they're 2 yards out. 2 yards out, some of them, they're blazing it wide and like completely missing the bomb. Like every time it comes up every couple of months, it just finds its way onto my timeline. I always watch it and think, fucking hell, you're absolutely spot on, man.
Yep.
There's this belief that, Sterling, I was about our wingers. You go back to when our wingers were scoring, because we were playing false 9 or Aguero wasn't in the team. Because look where Sterling was getting a lot of his goals. At the back post happens.
Yeah, but we still scored goals with our wingers when Aguero was in the team.
We were not playing a 9.
No. When Aguero was in the team, they still played.
Yeah, but Aguero's very different to Haaland. Aguero will go in the midfield and lay the ball off.
Martin,
doesn't.
Martin, wait a sec, yeah. Premier League only. This is not all comps. Premier League. Sterling, 17-18, he got 18 goals. 18-19, 17 goals. 19-20, 20 goals.
Yep.
Bro, we had a striker in them years.
Did we? A fully goal-getting one?
In 17-18?
Yeah, Aguero we did. Yeah, then we did.
Right, so he scored 18 goals and got 11 assists in the Premier League alone.
Yeah, it was very different then, though. Aguero and Haaland are very, very different. That's chalk and cheese, mate.
No. I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, we still had wingers that could put up decent numbers when we played a striker.
But we also in the false 9 days, everybody shared the goals around.
Yeah,
remember that 2020-2021 season. I mean, didn't we have something like 6 or 7 players that had double-digit goals or something?
We had players that score goals.
No, it's different. It's different. I'm going to say something now that's going to sound very controversial. Erling Haaland is the greatest ever striker right now in football. For me, he's the number 1 striker. I don't think he always suits the way we play sometimes.
No, I disagree. I disagree with you. I
And that's
think.
fine. I know I'm not saying sell Haaland for anyone jumps.
I'll tell you why I disagree, Martin. I'll tell you why I disagree. Because we have not bought players and we do not play a system that helps him sometimes. Now you could say, well, that's because
Was
you don't pick a
Haaland the
team.
number one striker, LB?
What?
Was Haaland the number one choice?
No, Kane was.
Right, why?
Well, fuck knows.
No, you can't go fuck knows. You can't just go fuck knows.
I don't know. I don't
because
know
he was Aguero. He was literally did exactly what Aguero did.
The point I'm making, yeah, we have a striker in Haaland who's elite level goal scorer, right? And we have a bunch of players that can't create chances for him. Kovacic doesn't create. Grealish doesn't create.
No. Hang on a minute. When you look at Haaland, the creators of Foden and KDB, right or wrong?
I'd say KDB. I don't think Foden is an elite.
Well, he got loads of assists last season. But again, like we said, it was a special season. But you know what I mean? It was the 2 10s. Yeah.
Okay.
What you're asking now to do is 2 wingers to run the line, hit the ball in. Because look at Sabio's assist against Arsenal. Watch what Sabio's did in his movement. Doesn't run the line, put the ball across, and Haaland heads it. He comes inside and runs forward and plays the ball through the defender. And Haaland runs onto it and scores.
No. But you're assuming that I just want to get players who just take a man on and cross the ball.
That's what people are saying. They want out a winger.
Yeah, what Martin's saying is you're comparing assists based off attacking off a high line, and you're talking about assists based off attacking on off the byline.
I just want players that can create decent chances for Erling Haaland. I don't think that's like.
No, I agree. But who is that? Is it through the middle or is it out wide? Because the trouble is,
the team should be built around Haaland.
That's where it's wrong.
What do you mean I'm wrong?
You don't build a team around one player.
You've just told me this is the greatest ever striker to live, and I'm telling you build a team around the greatest ever striker. You tell me no.
This is why I didn't want to do this debate. I'm not saying
you brought
Haaland is not. I know. Haaland is the greatest ever striker, but you have to play to his strengths. Yes, you do. Or you change Haaland's game. But you cannot have 2. Then you can't have 2 direct wingers then.
No, I'm not asking for
flying
direct
down the wing.
I'm not asking for that.
Cross.
I'm not asking for direct wingers. I'm asking for a couple of wingers.
Why do you cry about GA on wingers then?
No, because I want wingers that can actually create chances for him.
And how do wingers create chances?
Well, Savinho didn't go down the byline and cross it in, as you just explained. He cut inside and put a mint ball through.
Right, exactly. And what happens then? If Savinho and Doku start coming into the middle to do that, what are they running into? They're taking up
they don't have to cut. They don't have to come, Martin. They don't have to come inside every single time. Pause. Yeah, they can go to the touchline. Yeah,
stop saying that. Pause.
Like, nah, seriously, they don't have to do the same thing every single time. They can switch it up a little bit. I'm not sitting here saying I don't
think Pep will. No, that's. I agree with you. Will Pep switch it up?
No, it's not up to Pep. It's up to the player.
Of course, it's up to Pep.
No, you think Pep Guardiola gets the winger and says every
Pep's
time you get
switching
the
it by bringing in Doku and Savinho.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Then what you're doing is you're taking away from KDB and Foden then.
But obviously, if you've got KDB and Foden in the middle, the player would be probably more likely to go towards the byline. They probably wouldn't cut inside, but because we've not had them players a lot this season.
When was the last time you saw any of our wide men hit the byline, stay close to the byline, and put the ball in?
Probably. So the one that proper sticks out in my head is Chelsea, Savinho.
That's it. That's it.
That's the one that sticks in. Maybe he's done it since then.
That's what I'm saying. Because you watch when KDB comes back. Because you think, I'm not like Wirtz. Wirtz plays in those pockets, or he can go out onto the wide areas. Yeah, he's not going to go out in the wide areas. He's got Savio and Doku out there. Then, so so you're telling me Wirtz's job is just to slay the ball out to one of the wingers for them to go barreling down the wing. So, but the trouble is, Haaland has to get his body set for a crossing, or is he getting his body set side on for the ball through the middle?
Yeah, no, okay. So the best way
He
I can
needs to be more mobile then.
Okay, Martin, the best way I can explain my current issue, right, is if Kevin De Bruyne isn't in the team, yeah, Grealish doesn't get assists. Savio is doing okay, but he's only got 4, I think, 4 or 5 assists. Yeah. Doku is a little bit of a loose cannon, and I don't think he's got too many assists this year. Kovacic doesn't create. Gundogan is just having a bit of a stinker season, and Foden doesn't really get that many. He only got 8 Premier League assists last year.
Because but Doku and Savio.
So my point is, there's no one other than De Bruyne. There is no one in this team that I can look at and say, you know what, yeah, you can create a chance today.
No, what I mean is, watch Doku this season especially. Would you say Doku tends to beat his man, run the wing, put the ball in?
Yeah, that's his game.
When's he done that this season?
Well, he's been injured most of it.
No.
I'll
tell you what he does. This is what Doku does now. Beats his man.
Yeah.
Goes to the edge of the box. Stops. Ball back.
No. Wait.
Yeah.
I've seen him do that a few times. Yeah.
Wait a second.
No,
Wait a second. I've got two. What's it say when the attorneys they don't like what they're saying? Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
Objection.
Right? I've got an objection. Number 1, early in the season, chat can back me up if you two forgot. He put, I think, 2 or 3 games in a row. He put the ball on a plate. I remember one of them was for Rico Lewis, and he blazed it over the bar. Yeah,
that was West Ham.
He might have hit the post actually. He from 5 yards, and
watch what he does.
Three games.
He doesn't go to the byline, though. LB. He comes inside.
Martin, the fact is, he took the player on and he set the chance up.
No, but you're not getting my point.
And we didn't capitalize.
Listen, Sane used to hit the line and put a ball in early.
Yeah, but he played on the left and he's left-footed.
Right. Sterling in his pomp hit the line, ball in.
Yes.
Sane and Sterling Centurions didn't play like wingers. They played more like expansive forwards.
This is what I'm saying. It's not.
That's the way to describe it. Yeah.
What I'm saying, it looks like, in just my opinion, from a coach's point, it's like we're trying to find the perfect solution for Haaland to get in the ball. Because Norway do it. How do Norway do it? Because Norway's just bagged 2 hat-tricks in it on the row. Yeah,
but that's different. It's different. I tell you why, because the teams against Norway won't be playing low blocks.
How will we not? There's
got to be a Norwegian in the chat.
Get the ball to Haaland. Because the other thing is, Haaland's got 4 men around him all the time in the box.
So I'll tell you what you need, Martin.
It makes crossing in the box harder.
You need creative players that can create chances.
Right, but where? Who? In the middle?
Everywhere. Bro, we play against low blocks. You cannot go into the season having basically Kevin De Bruyne as your only creative player. And Doku is, like I say, Doku does create, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. Sometimes he can play 90 minutes and he's awful. He doesn't create a single chance. On another game, like Bournemouth, he gets 4 assists. That's just to me, like I said, Haaland's amazing. What I want to do is get to the best out of him, like I've seen Norway do it. Whether it's Odegaard or whether it's he plays with a partner, whatever it is. Because at the moment, what I'm seeing is Haaland will bag you all them goals. Mm-hmm.
But right now, we have got a major issue of how we get from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, I just don't think we've got the players.
You have 2 out-and-out wingers that we don't play as wingers.
Who's that?
Savio and Doku are wide. Savio was not playing like this at Girona.
Well, he played on the left.
He was a lot more intense go. Ball in.
Yeah, but again, it's different at Girona. Like, Girona didn't play against teams who just sat on the edge of the box.
Well, then we have to figure it then.
And that is why we need
what I don't like is by the time we brought the ball back, because this is what it does annoy me, is because when you are playing generally a low block, if you make the run and you get us going, we always play better with tempo. And what annoys me is sometimes the tempo is amazing from back going forward. We seem to hit the 18-yard box and the tempo dies.
I'll tell you why. They're out of ideas.
Why?
Because they're not creative players. They don't know what to do.
No, I don't want to see Doku or Savio stopping at the 18-yard box and playing a ball backwards because they're waiting for everyone else to catch up.
The perfect example, was the Arsenal game. Yeah? The 2-2. If Kevin De Bruyne's on that pitch, we win that game. We win
Do you
it.
remember how Zabaleta used to do it? Remember Carl Walker? Carl Walker and Zabaleta were amazing at this. What was Zabaleta? Hang on out, Bakes. See, remember this? I'm Pat. Zabaleta's biggest. It became a bit of a joke and a bit of a meme, actually, of the way he used to do it. Zabaleta used to always get one with an overlapping ball. Yeah, so you'd have a player there, and Zabaleta would go round the back, and they play the ball round the back, and Zabaleta's crossed it in. So your fullback becomes your overlapper. Yeah.
Nasri and Kolarov used to do the same thing too.
We used to do it all the damn time, and I loved it. I was like, we used to go, stop,
old school.
Zabaleta would make the little run round the back, and it was a little ball in behind and ball in straight away. And Aguero, bang, see ya.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, I'm not saying Haaland is the greatest striker on the planet right now. But the one thing I'm starting to notice is, does he need to improve his footballing-wise skills?
Nah.
Then we need to change the way we play to suit him.
Agreed.
Which
and I feel we're in the middle
comes back to building the team around Haaland.
And that's what I said 20 minutes ago. Yeah. We need to build the team around Haaland, bro.
That's what he does.
No, you need to build I think you need to build the attack around Haaland.
Yeah, you need to build the attack around Haaland. I mean, he's the striker.
I thought the team was built around Rodri.
No, the team's not built around Rodri. Rodri's the
FC.
Rodri's the pivot, right? But for me, you need to be building this team. You need to build this team around
CB's got the exact point. Like I said earlier, the problem is Haaland's got 3 men on him all the time.
Right. So here's the thing, right? If you buy players, right, that are creative and can actually get a couple goals, then you've not got an issue with that. The problem that we have is if Haaland doesn't score, right, because we don't create for him, because we don't have creative players, then who else is scoring in the team? No one. That's the problem. We have a lot of players who are very good technically, but they don't score a lot and they don't create a lot. Now that's not a particularly great position to be in, if you're asking me.
Do you know what I'd do? Because see, I look at a picture sections. So no, I stand by my point. I don't mean we should build a team around Haaland. Build the attack around. Build a midfield around Rodri or worse. You build a defence around your 2 centre backs. Yeah? Or your goalkeeper. Because what you do is, and Pep, we all know Pep does this, breaks the team up, it breaks the pitch up into squares, doesn't it? Yep. And he has sections, and he has sections within a section within a section. I'd love to spend 5 minutes.
Quadrants,
Yeah, quadrants. And it's like Edison to that guy is quadrant 1. Edison over to Diaz is quadrant 2.
It's
and
all zonal. It's completely
I want Haaland to dominate this quadrant, but what I want to know is how do we get the midfield quadrant to the attack quadrant quick?
which
stop 3 men going on Haaland.
That's why it's been so difficult for Jack Grealish, because he never had to deal with any of that when he was at Villa. He had free roam of the entire midfield. And I think any player who played like that before they came to City would be in the same situation as well.
He also
They've probably spent most of their young career never playing zonal. It's all been about.
Do you know when I've seen Haaland at his best? Yeah. Ball in behind. Go back to West Ham. Remember the West Ham game when Nunes played that ball through? And I don't mean because Nunes did it. KDB plays that ball through. Foden, whoever. Haaland's running one-on-one with his man. Arsenal, that ball through Savio. He's running up against Gabriel Saliba. See you later, bang.
And Gundogan did it a few times in the treble year.
That's why I don't agree with the out-and-out wingers, because I don't think the out-and-out wingers suit Haaland. The ball in behind suits Haaland, not a wing back.
Can I ask you a question though, Martin? Yeah, why can't you have both?
Because you're going to take away a lot from, because Haaland's got, because the trouble was with a winger, the winger goes, puts the ball in. Haaland's got to either jump. It's either got to be a pinpoint cross and accurate as hell. Yeah. And that's whether you can get that done. You got to make sure Haaland's mobile enough to move into the space. Yeah. And I think he also, so like, for example, ball comes in, heads it, scores.
Let's not forget too, Haaland's aerial game. Haaland's aerial game isn't as good as other strikers. It's okay. It's okay, but it's nothing. It's nothing like what other strikers are. Either.
I didn't want to go down that road.
It's always been a weak point of his, and he's still trying to improve on it.
When you criticise him, if you're creating chance after chance from crosses, and he's blazing,
I disagree with that. I don't think you can have both. What you're wanting, I don't think you can have out and out wingers and a KDB and Foden, or reverse and Foden putting balls through the middle either.
I think you can.
I don't think you can.
I don't see it as an issue. I think you can do it. I really do. And I don't think it's a good...
I think it might work with another manager, like with Klopp. Can it work with Pep?
I just don't think it's a good idea, having a system where you can only create through the middle or you can only create on the wings. I think that's a really bad idea.
Has anyone been watching Company's attack under Bayern Munich?
Cooking.
The way he's utilizing Musiala is almost like a second number 9.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, there's holes at the back, but their attack, you can tell like they're playing like he's playing like he's been influenced by his last 2 seasons at City.
But the thing is, look at Arsenal
going forward, especially Kane and Musiala. They look so.
Look at Arsenal. Yeah. Arsenal for me were at their deadliest when they had a prime Saka and a prime Martinelli with the balls coming in left and right. Yeah. And I think they had a Jokeres. Shit, that could be lethal. Yeah. But they stopped doing that. And then Odegaard got injured. And then Martinelli goes off to Boyle, and that's why it's hard to get the both. Same with Liverpool. It's like Liverpool. Is Salah a striker or is he a winger?
Well, I call him an inverted forward.
Which is why I think we've said too. Everybody said, oh, that Liverpool team would fall apart if Salah ever left. They go, no, it would fall apart if Mane left. Because Mane was a huge part of that question. He was huge.
Like, didn't we have Silva, De Bruyne, Sterling, Sané? We totally did. Absolutely 100%. But if you watch, we were rotating all of them all the time. None of them stayed in a position. They were all rotating.
Yeah, but that's fine, isn't it?
We don't do that now.
Yeah, but that's because we've not got the players to do it now.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're looking at Aguero the same way as you're looking at Haaland. Completely different.
No, I'm not. Honestly, bro, I'm not really doing that. I'm just saying, like, for me,
it's not a knock on Haaland. I'm just saying, not every striker's the same.
No, I agree. I agree that not every striker's the same. But like, I'm really not looking at I'm not even comparing Haaland to Aguero. I just don't think that you can't have.
I go back to, do you remember, was it West Brom won 5-0? Do you remember when Cancelo used to come in through the back into the middle and start scoring goals?
Yeah.
And we had Cancelo switching, and I'm trying to think what team, but we had like a front 5 that never was a front 5. They were like constantly moving around. So KDB's over on the left, then he goes to the right. Then I turn around and I've got Cancelo in the middle. And it was constantly moving. Then Sterling's over there. Then Sterling's in the false 9. And it was continuously moving around. And the opposition can't keep up with that. Because you had pace, potency, quickness, movement off the ball.
Yeah.
Now that's your position, don't move. That's your position, don't move. That's your position, don't move.
Yep.
Well, it's a lot harder to get going then at that point. You're playing into the opposition's hands a little bit then.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing.
I want to see is a bit more carousel-y, a bit more let's get going.
Yeah, but we can't do that because we don't have the players.
Give Doku and Sabio free roles to go around where they want then.
You want to see Doku like cutting about in the middle of the pitch?
You don't know unless you try. There's nothing you can do. It's one of them. You don't know unless you try it.
I think Doku's best out wide.
Did you ever think Cancelo could be a number 10 when he was doing it at the time?
Yeah, but he wasn't really a number 10 though, was he?
I'm being facetious. You know what I mean?
False 3.
Yeah. Nah,
But
man.
it was. I loved it then, and that was why, because we used to talk about that false nine like it was some amazing football. 'Cause it was some of the best football we'd ever seen.
It was.
Because you had 5 players in the front there that literally
I tell you
all
what,
had
though,
to score.
I remember that Palace away game where we drew 0-0. That is probably one of the most annoying. That was the night that I was like, sign a freaking striker now. Like, that was, do you remember when, like, fucking Mahrez and Bernardo, I swear they both hit the post from like 2 yards or something. Like, that was the night, man. But false nine was a very, very fluid system, but we had players that could score. We had Mahrez.
Well, Gundogan was what made that false nine system so good coming out of
Gundogan
COVID.
scored.
Yeah.
We had players that could score and that. And like, listen, I'm not saying like you have to do that, like, because obviously we've not had those players for a year and we've still won the Premier League. But for me, I just think we're putting far too much pressure on Haaland. And if he don't score, we're kind of effed, mate.
Yeah,
And
no, I agree.
that you can't even argue with me, really, because it's backed up by the stats. When Gavardio, Kovacic, and Nunes are your second highest goal scorers, you can't really object, Your Honour. I'm legit. I'm going to win the case. I'm talking facts. We need to get some players in there that can chip in. Now, what I would say is De Bruyne is one of those players, and Foden is. The problem is they've both been injured. So I do think that if we can keep these guys fit, I do think some of these issues that we spoke about will start to render down a little bit because they'll pick up goals.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think it's ever a player problem, because we just managed to find 4 wingers that just don't score an assist in the whole of world football. Have we just been very unlucky and just hit all 4?
So quick fire, Grealish, yes. However, people say like he brings other stuff into the game.
Yeah.
No problem. That's what your opinion is. Savio, I think, will get goals and assists. He's already got 5 assists. And I do think once he gets that first goal, I do think he'll go on. And I think Doku, I just think Doku's just a mad guy. Like, he'll have a season, Doku, right? And he'll get like 40 GA. But then the next year he'll get 10. I think he's that type of player.
I mean, the thing with Savio is, let's remember, I've got the same energy to everyone. Savio's been here 4 months. I ain't gonna judge Savio now. I always give a player a year, always, and that's come from.
I said about Julian Alvarez.
That's come from Rodri.
It's not just adjusting English football; it's adjusting English life.
Yes, that's come from Rodri. Because if I hadn't to give everyone a year, I would have done an Allen and called him ploddery and killed him out of football. He's just won the Ballon d'Or. You know what I mean?
You have to give everybody a year under Pep. The only exception to the rule seems to be defenders.
That's what worries
Most
me.
of our defenders, they just have one job. They know their job, and the way
going back to the new midfielder in January, if we're going to do that, it has to be the right one. There is going to be so much pressure and expectation on that new guy.
Well,
Don't sign for the sake of signing. It has to be a lot more than that.
Yeah. You're kind of right. You kind of right. Here's the thing on the midfielder, right? For me, I think this midfielder will probably dictate whether or not we can win the league or not, unless De Bruyne stays fit for the rest of the season. In that case, we might get away with it. If he gets injured again, then it'll be on the midfielder. We'll probably know within 4 games, maybe less, whether or not this midfield's the real deal. We'll know straight away. We'll see it in the first couple of games, whether this guy, because we'll see it if you play mint after a couple of games, like, yeah, this guy can do a job until the summer, until Rodri gets back. Or we might get after 4 games and say, you know what, this guy's going to need a year. Like, we ain't got the guy. And then it's hope De Bruyne stays fit. If De Bruyne stays fit, we can still win the league without a DM. If he doesn't, I think that's going to be without Rodri and De Bruyne and the new DM being not great. Like, that's going to be tough. I think it'll be Pep's greatest Premier League achievement if he won that. I really do. I think it'd be madness.
I said that a couple of Fridays ago, and you looked at me like you had 3 heads.
No. Objection, Your Honour. That's not what happened.
Have you been on some like legal course? Have you been on a course or something?
I'm watching Suits again. I'm watching Suits again. Nah, that's not what you said. You said if Pep wins the Premier League this year, that will be better than the treble.
I still don't get well.
That is still a horrendous shout. Pat, tell him that's horrendous.
Martin, I know you're my boss, but
I was waiting for that.
Fuck, you been smoking, mate.
Well, because I just think, and listen, I love the treble. The treble will never be something that I'll beat, but I just, as I've said it, with the amount of injuries we've got, not having a settle back four, throwing in 18-year-olds, Simpson Pooza. We weren't doing that in the treble season.
Did you not throw Rico Lewis in the treble season? Sure he did. It was.
Yeah, but we weren't like chucking him in as in like playing as your centre point. That was January onwards. We're talking now.
Well,
no Diaz, no Stone, no LB. One sec, shut up. No Diaz, no Diaz, no Stone.
Man, you're going to prison.
No Grealish.
You're going to prison.
No Foden. I'll carry on with the list.
No. You won't let me speak because you know I'm going to cook you. No, I'd argue playing Rico Lewis in January, February is even more of an achievement than playing Simpson Puzzi in November. You've still got 2/3 of the season left now. Rico Lewis was playing in the season where like it mattered.
Pardon? No, I'm sorry. No, listen, I know. Listen, I'm just saying it because of our injuries. We've not had an injury crisis like this. I can't remember. When was the last time we had this many injuries?
I agree, Martin, but it's November.
When was the last time?
Well, not this many injuries, but I feel like it's similar to, remember the 1920 season? Because we didn't sign a centre back to replace Vincent Kompany, and then Laporte went down the whole season. And John Stones was a shell of the man he is today.
I'm calling you out here, LB. Carry on.
I agree on. I agree. It is.
No, I've said what I need to say. I'm
going to call him out because I'm not having
quarters adjourned.
No, I'm not having what you're doing.
Brent said this is a cover to steady the ship. Is that about the Pep contract? I think it is.
Right. So
sorry,
hang on. We won the 22-23, wasn't it? 23-24. Yeah. Right, so won the treble 22-23.
Yeah.
Right, so in the Premier League, he played 900 minutes. 900. Yeah. Right, hang on, because here's where I'm going to call you Billy Bullshit right now. So calm down, sunshine. Are you ready, Your Honour? Are you ready?
Ready to accept the evidence.
Yep. Right, let's go through the Premier League. And this was February onwards. Sorry, no, March. February, Villa, bench. Arsenal, bench. Forest, bench. Played against Bournemouth in a 4-1 win at home, away. Lovely that. Newcastle, bench. Palace, bench. Liverpool, bench. Southampton, bench. Leicester, bench. Arsenal, bench. Fulham, bench. West Ham, bench. Everton, bench. Get in your box. Get in your box.
What was that last one?
Get in your box.
No. What's the last game?
The last game he played?
Yeah, what was the last?
Everton bench. He played Chelsea, Brighton, Brentford when we'd already won the league.
Okay, so what happened here, ladies and gentlemen?
We're playing an 18-year-old right now.
Have you finished your argument for the
No, because I'm about to. We are playing Simpson Pooza away at Brighton the whole game, not on the bench, whole game.
Okay.
With that, if you went with your boots to the CFA, you'd get a game in defence at the minute.
Okay. Let me know when you've decided to retire your.
I'm retired. My evidence, Your Honour.
Okay. Jury.
I rest my case. Do you rest your case?
Yes.
He rests his case. He rests his case. Okay, so my case.
Bloody rest your head case. Yeah.
My case. This right. You conveniently, right, started your on the bench on February. However, you failed.
No, carry on.
You failed to mention from December. Leeds played 68 minutes. Everton played 87 minutes. Chelsea played 45 minutes. Spurs played 83 minutes. Wolves played 45 minutes. Tottenham played 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Furthermore,
and did we lose?
Furthermore, on the bench, we had players like Kyle Walker, João Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Laporte. One of the reasons that Rico Lewis was playing during that part of the season, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the jury, is because we were effed, mate. We were having a real bad time.
Hang on, stop. Because now I'm going to come back. You've just absolutely fooked yourself, sunshine.
However,
you've just named the bench. Name the bench again. Laporte.
No.
No. Wait,
I didn't finish.
You've got to wait now. You've got to wait now. You've had your go.
He interrupted my objections, mate.
Gentlemen, at this rate, Footy Judge Mo is going to come in for copyright. So just careful where you try.
Martin. The point is, no. You've took that the wrong way. The point that I'm making is, we had all those players available, but because of certain situations with Cancelo, who threw a ball at Pep Guardiola's head, and Laporte, who wanted to leave, wasn't happy with. You don't remember Pep was calling out the players. He said, I don't recognize the team. That's what he said. I don't recognize the team.
I totally agree with you.
Pep Guardiola called out his own players.
LB.
He had to throw in an 18-year-old or 17 at the time, 17-year-old to play. We was in the trenches.
LB. Trenches? Read our bench right now.
Right now? Okay, I'll read the bench for the game at the weekend against
I'll go and
Spurs.
get my son out of bed. He'll get on the bench Saturday.
Okay, I'll tell you the bench for the game at
Jacob
Spurs.
Wright. Go on.
This will be the bench.
Yeah, go on.
Nunes.
No. Go to the Brighton bench. Don't get me Spurs.
Brighton's
go
the
to
past.
the Brighton bench. No, go to the Brighton bench.
Brighton's in the past.
We
talk about the future.
Go to the Brighton bench.
I want to talk about Brighton. Why
not? Why not?
LB, you've got to talk about the past because that's what we're talking about. What we've been trying to handle for the last few months.
Yeah.
Well, but this is the thing, Pat. Yeah. Objection, isn't it?
Because if you read out the Brighton bench, it's fucking shit compared to the bench.
I'm objecting, bro.
The bench against Brighton was like a kindergarten crash.
well, half of it was Jacob Wright, Nico O'Reilly, James McAtee, and Josh Wilson-Brown.
Jesus Christ!
That was half of it.
We still had Kevin De Bruyne.
But that was half of it.
We still had Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva.
Kevin De Bruyne wasn't fit. He played about 5 minutes.
So he was fit because he played. Thanks for confirming that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. They're on the bench for the fit.
No, he's confirmed
it wasn't full fitness. Akanji wasn't full fitness. So
you just the only argument you've got is Rico Lewis. I've just named you about 10 injuries we've got right now.
Well,
there's no way. Gentlemen,
I'm gonna bounce. I got to work in a couple of hours, but
make sure you're not late.
Everyone
in the chat, I hope you're all doing well. We'll speak to you in the coming days.
Yeah, big up, man. W Pat in the chat, guys. W Pat in the chat. Here's the thing, Martin. The point is, right, that treble year, we was in the mud, mate. Yeah. Pep was calling out his players. Yeah. Pep was calling out his players. He said, I do not recognize my team. And it was that bad. He had to play a 17-year-old. You're saying, but we're playing Simpson Pusey now. He's playing Simpson Pusey now because he's got no choice.
Would you like me to read you the quotes from the Brighton game when he said that we might not have to win the league this year?
He said,
I don't remember him saying that now.
He said, what?
He was talking after Brighton like, we don't win the league. We don't win the league.
Is he? Clap off.
Yeah.
Yo, rescind this contract. You know what I mean? What we're doing here?
That's what he said. He went, maybe with the amount of injuries we've got, maybe it's just not our year this year.
That's a happy clapper. Ooh.
Ooh, happy clapper, Pep.
Let me play the clip. Pep's a happy clapper.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
It's a disgrace.
Disgracia.
Get me Vincent Kompany now. I can't wait for Vinny Kompany ball at City, by the way.
Do you know what? I've actually
when he actually slams it, every single one of you that's been getting on to me for the last year telling me that.
Do you know what? I hold my hands up with what I looked at his contract. I've got a feeling you may be onto something. I really do. I think you're onto something. I think it could be Vinny Company's the next manager.
It will be Vinny Company.
Alonso's gone.
Yeah.
Amarim's gone. I'm not going to bring up your Nagelsmann shit. We'll save that for Friday. You and Tone the other day. My God, that was hilarious watching you lot. And I'm sat there going, I'd already had the text, by the way, LB. And you and Tone are like, Nagelsmann. I'm like, yeah, of course. Okay, then. And wait till I'll tell everyone in the chat on Friday.
Vinny Company and Gundogan as a consistent.
No, I genuinely think, though, this gives Company 2 years at Bayern, potentially 3.
He did. Rare W.
Yeah. I think they're going to watch him. I do think they are watching him.
I'm telling you, man. All Vinny needs to do is just not be crap at Bayern Munich, and he's the next Manchester City manager.
Not be crap.
That's the truth.
I like that. Well, what would you class as crap at Bayern?
I think he needs to win the league this year and next year. So I think if he fails to win the league this year or next year, that's not ideal because it's the Bundesliga. And by the way, it'll probably get easier next year because Wirtz will probably leave. Alonso will probably leave. So he needs to win the league both years. And I think he needs to be getting to at least the quarterfinals of the Champions League, ideally the semi-finals. That's it. And then when he gets knocked out of the competition, like you're not getting battered 5-0. Like it's got to be like close 1-0, 2-1 type thing. That's what I'd say personally, and I think if he does that, he'll get the job.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think the market fit, the manager market, sorry, is very, very thin at the minute. Very, very thin. You look at Amarin, you look at Alonso. By the way, I'll be honest with you, I don't think Alonso will do it at Madrid. I think
when was the last time that Real Madrid got a manager like Alonso? Like I know he's won the league, yeah, but like his young manager, like when was the last time they did that? Usually they go for like more experienced guys, Pellegrini, Jose, Ancelotti.
Yeah.
When was the last time they had a manager that young? It's usually that Barca, isn't it, that do that?
The Barcelona normally do that model.
Zidane,
yeah, but that was club legend. And
yeah, probably was Zidane, isn't it?
Yeah, probably Zidane.
That's really my question. Based on that is.
I don't know why. I don't think Xavi Alonso and Real Madrid will end well. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't. I'm looking at Leverkusen this year, and I've seen a few games because I did a bit of research. They're conceding goals. Goals. And I'm not talking 1 goal. They're conceding 2 and 3 goals.
I watched Leverkusen against Bayern Munich, and Leverkusen were ass. Now, they drew 1-1, but do not let the scoreline change what you're actually seeing. They were absolutely crap.
I don't think Xabi Alonso's style of play will suit Madrid.
You know what?
Mbappe, don't think he's going to suit Madrid.
He's more similar to Arteta than he is Pep. He plays haram ball, bro. Like I've seen it pure times, man. When watching this guy play, sometimes it's like proper, like you should have seen the way. Did you watch that Bayern Munich game against Leverkusen? Bro, he set up defensively, man. He was sat on the edge of the box the whole game. It was awful. He literally ruined the match because of how he set up. Who's that remind you of? Oh yeah, Arteta. Now, fair play. He obviously smashed it last year. Like he won the league unbeaten, got to a Europa League final and all that kind of shit. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think it's going to be an interesting watch. I'm just happy with City. Listen, we've got Pep. He's signed up. I do think we'll get a small rebuild. I think the rebuild won't be all done in one summer. I think it'll be because I don't think you're going to get rid of the amount of players people are expecting. Maybe we will. I don't know. That's up to me.
That's why I think that's another reason. By the way, I think Grealish will stay. I think he'll do one more year and then go the year after.
Listen, I'd love Grealish to stay. I just think maybe it's better for Grealish to move on, get past his new, and I wish him all the best. Same. Listen, we know Walker's time at the club is coming to an end, footballing wise. He's been the best right back for City in many a year. He's just had a bad 18 months. You know, football's caught up with him. You know, Father Time is that enemy that no one can ever escape. It is what it is. But no, for me, I'm excited. I can't wait. I think this will give us the boost that we need. Pep Guardiola, he's still got the hunger, clearly. He's sorted out with his family. Everyone's happy. By the way, that documentary, I've seen bits of it. It's very intriguing. You see a little bit more of an insight into things. I'm looking forward to watching it fully later. But yeah, listen, there is no City are not stupid. They will know. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it. You know why.
Yeah, the thing is, well, I mean, we don't need to speak about it. I'm pretty sure we spoke about it early on. Let's see what happens, man. Listen, I want him to do well in it. And the annoying thing is with Grealish is in pre-season, he was second or third best player.
It is what it is.
It was him, Bob, and Haaland were our three best players.
You know what? I'm excited for it. Thierry, I'm excited for Bob coming back. I'm excited for, you know, getting a good player, maybe two plays in January. And then summer we can get going again.
Yeah.
The only thing, by the way, I will warn everyone now, the summer window is going to be very weird.
What do you mean?
Because we have a Club World Cup in the middle of this.
Yeah, fucking hell.
So if everyone's thinking we're off out and, you know, as soon as the window opens, we're off out and signing players, they're all going to be at a tournament.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'd imagine that City and maybe the players will want to play the Club World Cup and then do the business. Well,
yeah, because I'm expecting Kyle Walker will go to the Club World Cup.
Do you see the Club World Cup as an end of season tournament or a pre-season tournament?
No, I don't see it as a break.
So you see it as an end of season?
I just see as. Do you remember like when we had the pandemic and that season, them 2 seasons just seemed to blip into each other?
Mm.
And that's how I'm viewing it this year. There's not really a break.
Why is it in doubt?
Is it? Where's that come from? Oh, I don't know about that. Where's that come from?
Why is it in doubt? I've not heard that. I heard it was in doubt, but I thought it was all sorted. Remember a couple of months ago it was in doubt. They couldn't get nothing, but I thought that got all sorted. Weird.
See, the only no. Club World Cup push. Oh, Club World Cup pushback sees the possibility of a player strike raised again. What pushback?
Sponsors apparently have pulled out, says Lou. I thought they didn't have any sponsors to start with. I thought that was the issue.
We have seen player strikes in different sports. We've also seen it in professional football, and the players have proactively talked about it. That's from Alexander Beelfield, from FIFA Pro Director, Policy and Strategic Relations. I think it's quite a unique moment in terms of how connected players are on the issue. Yeah, I think there's... I'll be honest with you, I think it is. I don't think the players want to go.
Nah, I don't think
they want to go.
They don't care, innit? The players don't care.
Want to go.
Nah.
And the trouble is, because remember, this is the very first time they're ever going to get this up and running.
Mm.
And the players look like they're going to give two tiny shits while they're over there. Ain't a good look.
Mm.
They got no TV deals either, Jesus.
Yeah, they still not got a TV deal. It wouldn't surprise me if they just put it on the FIFA website and just made everyone pay a couple of quid for every game. I'll put it on
If it
Netflix.
happened, I'll be honest, I think it already happens. They've already announced the stadium.
Amazon will take it.
It'll happen.
Why wouldn't Amazon? They take everything else, mate.
But yeah, that's where I think it'll slow the window down, like the Euros. Remember, like the Euros slowed everything down.
Yep.
Because all the city agents will be out. They might look at stuff. But no, I'll say it now. I think it just slows it all down. And then it'll slow it even further down because they'll finish the Club World Cup and then piss off on a 2-week holiday because under FIFA rules, they've got to have 2 to 3 weeks away. That was where everyone missed with the Nunes stuff. Nunes just couldn't come back. FIFA law is you have to go and have so many days off.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
So
this summer's going to be crazy, man. There's going to be no break, bro.
No.
That's why I always thought holiday again.
That's why I always thought Pepper extend. How do you get a new manager in when the current manager wants to? Because I mean, they've got to sort out these contracts. I don't know if they sorted out the contract extensions yet. Because KDB's extension ends while he's still out there.
FIFA have said clubs can do an automatic extension. Clubs can do an automatic extension.
If you sign a player, can they play in it?
I mean, I assume so. Why wouldn't it be able to? The transfer window opens on the 1st of July.
What season does it clash into? Because it's not a pre-season, remember that. It's a proper FIFA coordinated tournament.
Club World Cup 2025. Let's see when it actually starts. Yeah. Oh, it starts in June. Nah, I don't reckon you can. I reckon they'll say submit your squad before the 15th of June. And then from there, you can't add any players in. I don't think you'll be able to do that. They only have one sponsor. Is it Manscapes?
Pep Guardiola with a Kiwi.
Fucking probably can't even get Manscaped. Manscaped probably don't even want to sponsor it, man. And
that's what I read. But I've just read that. I thought they were getting a special window.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they do. Big up Donna for your super chats.
I can't understand.
I hate reading your first one out because you're weird. Mr. LB, I'm in US this week, so I couldn't join often. No worries. No problem.
You enjoy the US.
Yeah. Did you see the first super chat? There's a reason I didn't read it out. Big up to Matthew, who just become a channel member as well. Appreciate that, bro. And big up to Foggy as well, who's just gifted 5 memberships to the channel as well. Big up to Matthew, big up to Foggy, big up to Donna, even though you send weird messages all the time.
A legend, Foggy. He's a legend. Mark Foggy's a legend. He's a Mancunian legend.
I thought you were talking about Donna.
No.
Sorry, Foggy. He's not as much a legend as Donna, who sends in the maddest
messages. To me, Foggy. Ignore what this waffle is going on about.
Oh my god! Right, I'm going bed, boys, because it's 10 to 1. Yeah, I'll read it out when it's like that, man. Because it's fine, isn't it, Mr. LB? Am I less weird lately in your chats? Well, obviously not. No, obviously not.
And by the way, can I just tell you, Fee did message me yesterday. She genuinely was making a joke about Peter Kay, and she was mortified that you took it in that way. She was like, I hope I haven't offended him.
Nah, she didn't offend me, bro. I just find it funny, innit? You know what I mean? Funny when someone sends a message like that, yeah. And, you can just make it a bit weird, innit? Because it makes it just...
Because she was doing the Phoenix Night joke.
Yeah, well, first of all, I've only seen very few episodes of that.
He's only a baby, Fee. You got to remember it. LB is not as old as us. Main road wankers. Apparently, it's a disease. I read somewhere that on Twitter. Main road wankers is a disease.
It's a disease. They just have standards, fine. You know what I mean? You can't get on to them too much.
I'm fine with it. Just don't have to call me a wanker about it. I can't help when I was born.
No, that's true. You don't have to call him a wanker,
guys. I can't help when I was born, people, to call me a wanker. I mean,
you don't have to say that.
My missus calls me a wanker.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help your defense.
She's got to be nice to me tonight. I bought her some things at the Might been to the markets tonight.
Oh, did you fucking get a loan?
They get a loan.
How much is a sausage?
Well, we went to, them, is it South Korean? No, well, won't be bloody North Korean. South Korean, the cheese plum things at Piccadilly Gardens.
Well, like a mozzarella dipper.
Like the big, huge mozzarella. We got one of them for, yeah, they were like £6 each.
You know what it is, though, yeah? Not to get political on that, yeah, but the council will just be charging these people a bomb for rent. So they have to charge it, man. Like, I'm not being funny, chat, yeah. But
They don't charge you to get in now.
How much is a hot dog now? Someone told me it was £9.50 for a hot dog, bro.
That's for a plain one. If you want one with everything on, it can be up to £12.50 to £13. A hot choc. I bought two cocktails. Two cocktails.
Keep these go $2 donation. Thank you. That's
two cocktails.
25% of a sausage. That's 50%.
Two cocktails. Yeah. I think they were called. What are them lollies called? Drumstick lollies. Drumstick cocktail. Two of them. Two hot chocolates. Guess how much?
I mean, 20 quid.
£39.
Oh my god, man.
I got a tenner back though on the deposit, but if I chose to take the cups home, I would lose that. It would be £39. But two hot chocolates and two cocktails, £39.
Yeah, I've not been yet.
Could do a night out on Manchester Christmas market.
I've not been yet. I probably will go, but it's like the novelty sometimes wears off, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's kind of like you've been every year for the last fucking 20 years. It's like, yeah, but I probably will go because I like the food. The food's
the same stuff. There's nothing new.
Is it not?
It's the same stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is that the stuff is very good.
Oh yeah, it's amazing, and like I said, it was a Wednesday night and it was packed. So God knows what it's going to be like on a Friday.
You know what? You know what I did once, and I felt disgusted with myself. Out of all the food stalls, I got doner kebab and chips. I was like, ooh, do I get a breakfast? Do I get a really nice sandwich? No, I got doner and chips.
Yorkshire puddings.
Oh, yeah. I've never had one of them.
Well, could have had one of them. £19. It was the full Christmas turkey dinner.
Oh, my God. Fucking
90 quid.
Fucking
For a plain one, 13 with just one meeting. Oh, they ran out of chicken.
They ran out of chicken.
Did
they not just go to the shop and just buy one? Hey, dollars. Just fucking gifted another £5. Yes, that's a sausage. Come on. We're going to the markets. We're going to get the breakfast, boys. Get your breakfast out for the lads.
See, DC spot for that price. I want Erling Ireland serving it, man.
Oh, God. That is crazy, man.
It's good, but it is what it is. And then they were doing what they called, like you get, I got some chocolate marshmallowy things that you can only get at Christmas.
Yeah. This is where, my lactose intolerance / inability to consume milk really, really pisses me off, mate. Because when I go to somewhere like that and they've got all the mint foods, all the dairy, mate, and I can't eat it. That's where it's.
Oh, do you have that thing where they have chips covered in cheese, like melted cheese? What's that called? Certain things.
Chips and cheese.
No, it's called something else. It's got a posh name to it.
Canadian poutine.
No, it wasn't poutine because that's got to have gravy and cheese curds. A proper poutine.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it's called.
Loaded fries.
It wasn't loaded fries. It wasn't. I'm trying to think what it was called. Santa Fe or something. I'll think about it.
This is how they justify charging you 20 quid, by the way.
Yeah, they give it a posh name.
Yeah.
They make you queue up for about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they literally just fleece you. And what they do is, because everyone's clever, because you'll notice this, anyone you'll have seen it all on TikTok, they always get people on TikTok and they go, I've been to Manchester Market and look at all the food I've got. and they make it look like it's the nicest food in the world.
That's called marketing.
No, but they are such clever little fuckers at it.
Have you never ordered a burger from like a takeaway, bro? You just looked at the
Yeah.
photo and then you get your
And
burger.
they do
it's
shoe
like,
polish and cream and shaving foam as the cream and all that.
yeah,
No, I'm
it's
not that.
it's a madness.
But the weird thing is with it, watch that same person's TikTok from 12 months earlier, and it's the exact same thing. They
They're
just added
influencers.
£4 to it.
They do the same thing as you.
Why? What
They-
do I do? I
they-
don't spout the same shit about City week in, week out. You
You're
may
an-
do
An influencer, Martin. You might not like it, mate, but you're an
that.
influencer.
Oh, I'm a City fan.
Chat. Is Martin an influencer? Martin, you're an influencer. You might not like it. You are.
I'm
an
not. I
influencer.
get called a wanker.
You're an influencer. You might not like it, but you're an influencer, mate. Yeah. So they're just doing the same thing, mate. We're all trying to get on in this world.
Don't worry. Wait till you see the. I've got some t-shirts, designs ready to go out.
You've got
Road
merchandise.
Gonna. Main
You've
Road
gone
Wankers.
you've gone full Mr. Beast.
I'm gonna literally make Main Road Wankers trend. I'm gonna make it go big.
You're going to be on Coffeezilla soon.
Main Road Wankers. I'm going with it.
Influencer, Mike.
No, the only thing I influence is World War III on
See,
Twitter.
Martin has influenced me to keep watching the stream at 2 a.m. That's it, man.
Martin needs to clickbait in his streams. I can't do the clickbaiting stuff. I can't. I feel dirty if I do the clickbaiting stuff. Each to their own. I know some do it. But I just feel a bit dirty with it.
You feel dirty.
No, because I can't promise. I can't promise something. I'm not you. City to sign 25 players.
That depends. I do it. No,
People in the chat, this is why he promises you Rodrigo and Verts and Musiala, because he's influencing you all.
I'm
to
influenced.
come into the chat. Because if we went on a stream and he went, sit here after, suck me cock. No one's coming in.
No, the thing is, yeah.
Go on,
It
go on,
depends.
Mr. Clickbait.
No. Like, if I think that like it's worth having a conversation, I'll do it. But like for example, this weekend, I was just like, I can't be asked having a fucking conversation because there's nothing to speak about. Like, I won't just make shit up. You know what I mean? Like, if there's something out there, and I think it's worth talking about, I'll fucking speak about it. Me, but like, I don't make shit up in it. I don't
You
think
just
it's-
flip flop you.
Yeah, and I think that's a good trait. I'm fighting back against the allegations. I think being a flip flop is a good trait. Shows that you change.
You end up single flip flopping.
It changes your mind on new evidence, and you can admit that sometimes you were wrong,
No.
which a lot of people don't like doing. A lot of people don't like
Admitting
accepting
you're
they were
wrong. No, admitting you're wrong is perfectly acceptable. But you don't. You flip flop.
Yeah, flip flop for new evidence.
No, you literally in the space of Pep Guardiola
Give me
potentially going.
Give me one time I flip flopped.
Nunes.
Well, I've not flip flopped, and I'd sell him in the
This,
summer.
right, this is an example of LB over the last 3 months with Mateus Nunes.
Okay, go on. I'll hear the evidence.
Panic buy, load of garbage. Don't know why we wanted him. Shouldn't have
He
signed it.
was a panic buy.
I did a stream on a Friday. You and I said, and these are my words, Your Honor, he needs a run of 3, 4, 5 games to prove how good he is. You and Tom, no. Play him every 3 weeks or something. Okay, not a problem.
No, that's not what
You
happened.
then, no, hang on. No, I'm
Have
giving
you
me
got
evidence.
selective memory issues, Martin?
No,
That's not what happened.
You,
You,
then Nunes comes in.
you,
You. No, that's a whole new stream. Nunes then starts playing well, and you're going, banger! Go on, Nunes! Viva! Yeah, oh no, let's go back to the Club World Cup. Yeah, Nunes started coming out in the Club World Cup.
Yes.
Then we flip back to a panic buy. Now he started playing well. Oh, he's got more GA than this, and he's more GA than that. He's got more GA than all our things. Look at him, he's amazing.
That says more about the rest of the squad than it does him.
Then He makes one bad error against Brighton. Has a bad 20 minutes. Told you he was shit.
No. Okay, so can I address the
allegations? That's flip flopping.
Can I address the allegations?
Go on.
He's always been a panic buy.
Flip-flop.
He's always been a panic buy in my eyes, and that'll never change. No one ever convinced me it's not, right? Even when he was playing well a couple of weeks ago, he was still a panic buy. Numero 2, we bought him as a midfielder for some random reason. Turns out that he's actually pretty decent on the wing. Didn't know that was going to happen, bro.
I told you you should put him on the left wing. I said he played there for Wolves. You went, no, he hadn't. And then you looked on the transfer market and you went, oh yeah, he has.
You telling me that we should play him there is irrelevant. We didn't
I
buy
do
him
research. I back my
him.
research.
We did not buy him as a left winger. We bought him as a midfielder.
He doesn't want to listen to my research. He doesn't rate my research.
Bro, the facts is, yeah, we didn't buy him as a left winger. We bought him as a midfielder, and he was a panic buy. Yeah, he played in midfield for 20 minutes against Brighton. I thought he was pretty bad, to be honest with you. Yeah,
he was.
I think he's a left winger. He's decent, but he's still not up to the standards that we need as a left winger, in my opinion. I'd still sell him.
You can't have soldiers in your team. You just want all generals.
So what are you on about, soldiers?
So in your team, you just want all generals.
No. Listen, I would actually not sell him in the summer, to be honest. I think there's big fuck.
He just literally flip-flops and walked right. Taking the fucking piss.
This kid's fire.
How's he walked into that?
Can we end the stream, bro? I'm getting cooked on my own channel.
He's pushing any button he can. Right, I'll let you go to bed. I'll see you Friday.
That was a way to end it. Right, I think I got all the super chats in. Big up Donna as well, sending that extra gifted in. Big up Donna for the 5. Big up Donna for the 2. Big up Foggy for the 5. Big up Hoyley for the new member. Big up Donna for the 2. I can't put your other one up on screen because it's weird. But yeah, big up to you guys, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this random stream. We could have actually done this as an emergency stream and proper wound people up because it was a last minute emergency, wasn't it? We only got planned at 9 o'clock. So we could have done it as an emergency stream and everyone would be like, why is it an emergency?
Sit your back. Pep's extended. Let's march into Tottenham.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do on Saturday if we win, by the way? I'm going to do a stream after we win. If we win, I'm going to put emergency stream. Crisis is over. And see what people say.
No, we are in a crisis. An injury crisis.
Okay. So I can put that as my stream title.
You're sponsored by Stanley. What are you doing here?
It's just my girlfriend's cup in it. I've got another one here. Fucking Stanley out of my mind. Use discount code LB20 for 20% off and free shipping, guys. Smash this like button, guys.
That's what you call product placement, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. This is insane. I can't believe we're still live, bro. We've done 2.5 hours.
Yeah, another super chat, I think.
Oh, yeah. Sal says, LB right. LB's right. Yes, Sal, man. Fucking you, Sal, be backing me there. I thought for a second he was backing you.
No, do you know why? Because you have influenced your chat so much.
I tell you this now, yeah.
Do not make my chat come out because Foggy will turn on you.
No. My response to is, yeah.
Come on, Foggy.
The chat are never influenced by anything I say. The chat have their own minds.
Said they were influenced. You flip-flopped again in 5 minutes.
No, I didn't. I said you're an influencer.
No, you didn't. You said your exact words. We're all on YouTube. We're all influencers.
I don't think I said that.
Chat
said you're an influencer.
A one-time chat. Do not back.
Said
your leader. Ignore your leader.
I said you're an influencer.
Foggy, come on. We need a Mankway takeover now. It's not happening.
What are you actually saying? Recently, decent because no one else is cooking. Sending my support to you guys. Big up, Sal. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts.
See,
ITK.
Donna, you don't help yourself. You really don't help yourself, Donna.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Donna.
Well, LB98, he isn't our leader, he's our Lord. You've even said Alan on me, Mr. Influencer.
Alan. Wow, what's Alan saying these days? Where is Alan? He's not even in the chat all night. Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. He's just dealing with something. He'll be back tomorrow
Okay.
on the Mancunian way.
LB is my supreme leader.
So,
LB is a realist. Come on, guys, keep this coming, man. Yo, I was going to go to bed. We might do another half an hour here.
listen, ask LB what a main road is. He'll tell you it's a road because you don't know it as anything else. Ask him who Colin Bell was.
Bro, I was
Ask
born
him
in
who Mike Summerby was.
I was born in 1994. You want me to tell you a funny story about Mike Summerby?
Well, you heard of him?
This twat City fan. I'll tell you the truth, yeah. So when I was about 13, I got my first season ticket at like 13 years old, right? And I was at the Etihad Stadium before a game, yeah. I was with Jordan. We had the season tickets together, yeah.
Yeah.
And was outside the stadium. 13 years old, Martin, yeah. So this was like what, like 2015, 2014, something like that. Right? I'm 13 years old, chat, yeah. I only started watching City in like 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. Yeah, that's when I started watching City, that sort of era, right? And I remember sitting outside the stadium at the front, yeah, and Mike Summerby walked past us. I seen a lot of City fans getting photos with him, right? And he walked off, and there was a guy next to us, right? And I looked at this guy. I was 13 years old, bro, or like 14, 13 or 14, something like that. I said to this City fan next to me, I said, "Hi, mate, who was that who just walked past?" And you know what he said to me?
What?
He said, "I'm not here to tell you who our fucking legends are." I was like,
And how do you learn?
bro, I'm 13 years old, bro. Like, the guy's got grey hair. Like, I don't know who the fucking guy is. You know what I mean? Like,
How do you learn if people don't help you learn?
bro, the guy played like, when did Mike Summerby play? 60s.
60s, 70s.
I'm so, bro, like, what you want me to do here? And then you know what the fuck he did? By the way, I'm 13, 14, yeah, so I could say that's child abuse, yeah. And then
He might be one of your members.
bro, yeah, if you remember, fuck you, yeah. I say this as well. Then he turned around to me, and I never forgive myself. He turned around to me and said, "Have you got the time?" And I should have said to him, "I'm not here to tell you the fucking time." But you know what I did? Because I'm a nice person, I give him the time.
I'm not here to tell you how to read a fucking clock.
That right there has stuck with me forever because I wish I would have told him I'm not here to tell you the
So
fucking
what you
time.
just told me is LB's been rattling and influencing City fans since 2000 and what? 13.
Well, that would have been about 2013. 2012, so somewhere around 2011, 2012, something like that.
So that's why you got issues with main road wankers, isn't it?
No, I ain't got issues.
You have.
I got zero issues.
You have.
But I just think that if someone asks you a question about a former player, yeah, you should answer the question rather than being a dick about
Oh,
it.
look at that. Put Matt Fogg's comment up. The legend. All the time, Foggy, mate.
Here's the thing, though, yeah, it's just like, it does me head in when, like, new fans, yeah, or like younger fans just like get cooked a little bit. It's like, yo, bro, it's not their fault they weren't born 50 years ago. You know what
No,
I'm
at the
saying?
end of the day, no. At the end of the day, I've always said it.
Bro, this
There
is
is-
true, man. You know what I mean? This is why I hate Martin and main road wankers, because of that guy outside the stadium. I've got PTSD, boys. Guys, I need to deal with this trauma, man.
No, at the end of the day, all fans were new at one point. Listen, we all have we can all have a difference of opinion. We can all disagree. That's fine.
You know the maddest
We used to
thing?
disagree all the time.
You know the maddest thing, Martin? I'm not capping. The guy looked like you.
It won't be.
I'm not actually. Swear to God, I'm not lying. He looked like you.
Look at him trying to fucking set me up here, little bastard.
Bro,
Little bastard's trying to set me right up here.
I swear down. He
Your
looked
chat already hate me.
Swear down his life.
Your chat already ate me. We've seen him. Look, he's off
Oh, it was
influencing again.
fucking Martin, bro. Martin give me the trauma.
Yeah. I asked you what time it was, and you told me to fuck off. I said, you little shit.
I give you the time. Nah, but
Now,
if
be
that guy is
careful
out
now.
there, yeah, and
Be
you're
careful
watching
now. Be careful now.
libel,
Because
just
you
even-
know what I know.
If here's a question, yeah.
Don't make me bring the old guard dog in for a chinwag, Mr. LB. I'll expose
Brez.
you live on air.
I don't know what you're talking about. I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, if you are watching this, just know that's not how you speak to kids. And by the way, why are you speaking to kids in it? Why asking kids for the time? You weirdo.
By the way, whoa, I work in a school before you start making these allegations.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Do not try and get me to lose my job.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the guy who told me to F off. Yeah. Why asking kids for the time? You freak.
You dirty, dirty man.
Yeah.
Was you asking for the time or something else?
Honestly, man, this guy. Yeah, but anyway, that's honestly a true story, man. True story. And I'll never forgive myself for not telling him to say I'm not here to say the time.
I agree. You need to speak to him tomorrow.
I don't know. Yeah, I still don't know what you do. Why are you talking to the wall?
No, mate, other half just shouted through the door.
Oh,
But
okay.
do you want me to have a quiet word tomorrow? Now he gets it. Now he gets it.
Right. What else are we doing now? We done? Can I go to bed?
Unless you want to talk about train times. Going on any trains, Lila?
Not here to tell you the train time.
Yeah, no, back at City on Saturday. Can't wait. Pep has re-signed. City will make signings. I'm buzzing. I can't wait.
Me too, man.
We're winning this league.
We're cooking, man.
City win 5 in a row.
We're cooking on gas.
I
Right.
can't wait.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Mancunian Way, man. I'll whack that. Oh, in fact, I should have done that earlier, man. My bad. Mancunian Way.
Tomorrow, tonight, 8:30 in the evening.
Yeah, links in the title there.
Yeah, and then we'll do a little bit of big up tomorrow night as well.
There we go. There we go. Smash the likes, guys. Tom Little's live. I don't know why. I'm going to redirect you to him anyway.
Oh, why is he live now?
I have no idea.
Oh, look at that. Top of the league, and they're all doing fucking 24-hour streams now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, guys, go into his chat. I'm gonna raid Tom Little. Yeah. Go into his chat and put in there, wow, 24-hour stream. You know what I mean? Because you're top of the league. Go and cook the guy in it. I mean, but don't cook him too hard. You know what I mean? He's trying to do a stream. But yeah, big up, man. Smash the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Harambot. I'm sorry, man. We're ending the stream, bro. You come in late. You have to go back to the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, spoiler warning.
We'll see you in the morning, guys.
Someone says the film was shit.